This kid's fire.
What's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother,
Yes, guys, welcome back to another panel show, man. Manchester City through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. We're back at Wembley, and we are 2 wins away from lifting a trophy, which is mad considering how this season's gone. Joining me on the panel is Pulpy, Danny, Steve, Jacob, and we've also got Tarek, who's just will be here shortly, man. He's just said he's just running a few minutes late, so he'll join in a few minutes. But yeah, we're through to the semi-finals, boys. Fucking hell, man. Pretty mad. And pretty mad game, really, because in the end, we probably should have scored like 5, 6, 7 goals, like the chances we had. Listen, I'll start with Pulpy, and then boys just jump in and get going, man. But yeah, Pulpy, you start us off, man. What are you saying?
Yeah, a bit of a weird game, really, considering we should have been like 3 or 4-0 up at half time, and then we was actually losing. A bit mad. And then we all saw the team announcement, and we was like, I personally was like, oh my God, we can see what's coming here. We're just going to get run through. And we did, really. And then second half, I was actually watching, watched your stream at the start of the second half, missed the first minute, caught up on yours, and he was like, told me about the substitutions. I was like, what the fuck's going on there? And then it literally worked. It's like one of the first times in ages that substitutions have actually gone in our favour and actually changed the game.
Yeah, facts.
You know? So, and then we just absolutely shut them out. I saw a stat. Don't usually believe in XG and all that shit, but they said that they didn't have a single XG at all in the second half, nothing, 0. And that, considering how our defence has been, was actually quite good, to be fair. And Gvardiol actually looked like a centre-back for the first time this season. So, yeah, positives.
Yeah, he actually played better as a centre-back, didn't he? Than he did as a left-back. Let me have a look and see if that stat... What was the start?
In the second half, it was 0 XG from Bournemouth.
In the second half. That is good to see, considering all the...
We was miles better in the second half, man. Miles better. I was worried when the sub happened, to be fair. We spoke about this a few weeks ago, didn't we, about the whole logic behind subbing players who were on yellow cards. I'll never fucking understand it, mate. Especially at a half-time. You've got to back your player to have the nous to not get himself sent off, but I mean, Nico completely changed the game, didn't it? And all the praise has got to go to that young lad, man, because he was the only reason why we won today. So all the shouts out to Nico O'Reilly, man. And he's come in, he's grabbed his opportunity with both hands, and I want to see him be rewarded for it now and see him get big minutes next week against
I've been quite vocal about it, yeah, about saying like he's obviously not doing it in training to be starting games. I mean, he can't do much more now.
No, exactly.
He can't do much more.
Grab it with both hands, and
Joe put out a tweet. City Ramon put out a tweet. How many more minutes do you think he'll get towards the end of the season? I still think he'll only get like 3 minutes, but he can't do much more now. This kid, can he? You know, he's affecting games. He's just putting shifts in out of position. So, you know, we'll see. Hopefully, he'll get some more games.
At some point, you've got to trust him, bro.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah.
You know, it's not like right. Okay, so I'm going to compare something, right? And you know, some people won't like this, right? You know, like McAtee, yeah. McAtee's had a few chances, and let's be honest, really, he's not really.
He's never done what he's not done what.
No, he's not. He's not.
He had the Leicester game, which he come on and he did well. Other than that, I know he scored a hat trick against Salford, but even that, like, he didn't play particularly well. Like, the difference is Nico O'Reilly here. He's taking his opportunities. He's playing well. He's impacting.
Rico Lewis did the same, didn't he? Rico Lewis did, when he first came on the scene, he
When he first broke through,
he's taking a chance here, and he kept Cancelo out of the team, didn't he? So
Yeah.
you've got to do that. We've got to go with it.
Yeah, and Foden as well. You know, he started that Spurs game coming off the Champions League elimination. He was tasked to stop the bleeding, and he scored that goal in that game against Spurs, won the game 1-0. These are the opportunities these players should be getting. You know, not dead minutes at the end of games, not dead minutes in the cup. Go on here. You're 1-0 down to Bournemouth. Go and change the game. And change the game he did. And it's crazy because I remember before the game we lost 2-1, LB was very vocal midweek saying, you know what, our midfield's dead. Give O'Reilly a go. And it's almost that we lost that game 2-1. We were on course to lose this one. But this time we were in an alternate universe where O'Reilly did get the chance. And what do you know?
The only thing that's going to go against him is he's playing well out of position.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You know,
He's
so
gonna
he's
end
having,
up
he's having
becoming
great
a
games,
left
but he's
back,
playing at
innit?
left back. You know, he's not. We've not seen the best of him in midfield where he's probably more comfortable, right?
Yeah, but that's only because he's not been given the
Yeah,
opportunity.
but
isn't
it's
it?
one of them. It's like he's not been having these amazing games in a position where you would expect him to be playing in the future. I know Foden played a bit out of position, like sometimes coming at left back and stuff, but you know, it's not like he's setting the world on fire as a central midfielder taking a piss. He's doing these as a makeshift left back, right? So, you know, the positives are there in terms of his performances, but the bigger picture is he's still not likely to start in midfield because of that.
Yeah, well said, boys. I think you've touched on the main thing in it, and that is Nico. That's the biggest thing for me today and to speak about tonight. I think about him playing out of position, I think speaks volumes on his ability. Because when we touched it on with Foden, innit? I'm pretty sure it was with Foden. We said that when a guy is so technically gifted, when a guy is so good, sometimes a manager will do what he can to get him in the team where he can, whether that means at left back. Then I think that speaks volumes to what he actually thinks of Nico, that he can trust him to play out of position. Because in order for you to play out of position as well, it says a lot about yourself, you know, that you're versatile and whatnot. But listen, it's becoming a bit of a slogan for me, innit? And I'll say it again. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about, innit? You know what I'm saying? I've been saying all season about this guy, man. I told you I didn't need to see much. I needed to see this guy for as little as I've seen him, and I told you I rate him, and it's coming to fruition, man. This guy, man, he's that you know what, that powerful run forward there for that first assist, powerful, yeah. And I love Gvardiol, but we've almost missed that kind of that running fullback, innit? The ability to have a fullback
direct when Gvardiol
to run down the line, bro, with the ball, and you know, he put the ball across the box and it was a tap-in. So it's just, I'm gassed, man. We might not even need another left back no more. This might be this guy's position for his career. I don't know, but he's looking good.
I did not know he had the space in him. He always played like
that wasn't pacey, bro.
He's rapid,
in the academy. He always played like a Pogba type of role, like a Felix Mitchell type of role. You know, he came through as a striker. If you told me 2021 when I started watching this guy's going to be a first team left back.
How tall is he? What is he? 6'2", 6'3"?
This is what I mean. Like, the thing is as well, he's a fucking specimen, isn't he? Like, he's already a man. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about him getting bullied off the ball and shit like that because of the pure size of him already.
What is he? He's only 18, right?
He's 20. Just turned 20. So
he's almost at the fully grown stage, right? Another year or two, and he's not going to grow anymore. So he's actually like pretty developed.
That's what I mean.
He's a unit, bro.
I don't think you have to worry about him in that regard, do you? Like, he's
6'4", people are saying in the chat. 6'4".
Well, he come up against Semenyo a few times in a couple of duels and come off better most times. Like, and Semenyo's fucking tank, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Beast.
So listen, I think for me, that Pep's already said after the game that he'll start the semi-final. So that's obviously positive news. But to be honest,
he did say that.
I want to see this guy be tested now in the Premier League. You know what I mean? And see what's going on there. Because if you could maybe try, because I didn't think, Huzanov had the best game today. If you could try maybe playing, Nico O'Reilly at left back and then playing Gvardiol and Diaz, just to tuck Gvardiol in for one game, just to test it.
And play Huzanov right back in.
You could play Huzanov right back, yeah. You could do that and then see how that is. All of a sudden, then that back line is massive. And it's pacey and it's got strength in it and it's a proper, like, it's a format like compared to what it could have been like a couple of weeks ago. You've got like units in the back line now willing to defend, and you've got obviously Nico, who can still do the Gvardiol thing of pushing forward. He can go into midfield, whatever. So you're not losing anything there. And then you've got a back three still of Cousinov, Diaz, and Gvardiol. So I think the message I've got, is I think it's time now to see Nico O'Reilly, with the big boys in the Premier League and throw him in and test him out and see what happens. Because you're never going to find out if this guy's got the minerals on the bench. You need to play him.
Yeah,
you've got to play him.
for sure. Yeah,
and that's what I always said. I said this when we didn't throw like Simpson Pusey in December. Players do not magically become ready just by sitting on the bench. They become ready by playing games, by learning. And if they look good, well, it's a learning experience. It's fine. Just wait a bit and then throw them in.
And Danny, you'll know this as well, right? Because you're always watching the academy. There's only so much growth you can get in that Premier League 2. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
At some point, you're going to hit the ceiling. And it becomes like, sometimes when you was younger, right, and there was always that one kid who was just miles better than everybody else in your group. And it's just like, that guy should go up to the next level, innit? That guy should go up to the next year group, because he's not learning anything from smacking 5 goals in at the weekend when he's just miles better than everybody else. He needs to step up. And O'Reilly, he has had some minutes this year in the academy, but that's just a fitness thing. He ain't going to get any better by playing in the academy. He needs to be playing first team minutes and develop there, man. But I thought he was brilliant when he came on. 2 assists for the guy. And I thought he changed the game. And you know what? I just felt that he added some steel and a little bit of just quality to the side, which is mad considering he's an academy player. But I don't know, man. Very impressed with him.
He's so composed, in his final ball. Both his final balls
was ridiculous.
Was so fucking calm on the ball. Even that first one, he bombed through, and I almost thought that he was going to go for the shot at first. But for him to be able to get his head up and see Haaland's run.
It was a mid cross that. It was a mid cross.
He tried one just before that as well. He tried one just before that as well that he clipped in and no one was in the fucking box, was there? I think Karl was jogging in for that first one. But then the difference here now, he had the shot on, but he picked the right option, man, to slide the ball across. So the fact that he's got that physical and he's a big athlete and he's got the composure to find a final ball as well, man. He's going to do big things, innit?
You think
it's frustrating, man, because as long as I've been calling for this guy, people were telling me not to trust the youth in it, but it's not about that, man. How many times have I said it's not about a man's age? It's about what I see in my eyes. When I look at him, I don't think a kid. You know what I'm saying? I look at him and I think, Toure, them kind of, you know what I'm saying? He looks ready. I believe he's ready. I'd like to think the coaching staff now are seeing that he's ready. You know what I'm saying?
And other teams are as well, man, because all these rumours floating around at the moment with Chelsea and all people like that, these Sharks are starting to circle around him, and we don't want to be losing another big talent, do we, to a direct rival. So I say we've got to get him in now. As much.
Give him a new contract, man. Fuck that. Let's give him a 4-year, 5-year extension now, and show him that he's worth value to this team.
You've got to give him a contract. You've got to play him, because at the end of the day, right, if you don't play these players, they're going to leave. You know what I mean? And the fact is, right, everyone's looking around at City's academy, because our academy right now is one of the best in the world. Yeah, if not the best, obviously Barcelona's come back again. Yeah, but people are looking at these players that we're not playing, and they're going, all right, they'll ring the agent and be like, yo, he's not playing, we'll take him, and he'll play. Do you know what I mean? Because they know that they're mint. They're not. They are mint players.
Everyone's trying to nick another Palmer, aren't they?
Everyone's trying to get that next Palmer, man.
Get the one out,
And O'Reilly's probably the next guy here. You know what I mean? Obviously, McAtee probably is going to be sold, right? But he's had a few opportunities, Whereas O'Reilly, when he's played, he's played well. And this is the exact same thing, by the way, that happened to Palmer, right? There's this myth with Palmer, that when Palmer played at City, he was shit. He was shit when he played left wing. Whenever he played right wing or in the middle, he was fine. Yeah. And he was mint. And then we sold him, We need to make sure we don't go the same way with O'Reilly. O'Reilly's been playing, and he's been playing good. Yeah, and then if we don't give him that proper game time, he'll leave because he'll want to play.
I think this is the important thing to remember as well, LB, what you've just said there, bro, This guy's not just coming in, filling the boots. He's coming in and showing class, showing that he belongs here, bro. He's not just playing out, seeing the minutes out, innit? He's bringing value to the team. He's
won us the last two
bro.
games, hasn't he? He's literally won us the last 2 games in the FA Cup. Brace in the last game, and then 2 assists today.
He's
The
making
guy's
an
putting up
impact, which
numbers,
is
man,
like,
yeah.
you can come off the bench for 10 minutes to go and have a little bit here, but he's actually coming on changing games for the positive.
Which I think is probably what McAtee's doing, in it. He's coming on. He's not
He's
really.
nicking a few minutes here and there, and he's not particularly doing much. He might have scored a couple
He's
of
just
goals.
sort of there, isn't he? Like, even when he
Yeah,
scored,
more
he's just
putting
sort of
the
been
cherry
there.
on the cake, whereas O'Reilly's coming and going, here's my massive bollocks, I'm having it. You know what I mean? Straight in.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Here's my
something
big
about
balls,
it, which
mate. Yeah.
which is what I put a post out saying, like, I think he's out here now trying to like put his name towards stuff for Pep, and I think now Pep's overseen it and said that's kind of what you want from an academy player, is somebody to come in and grab it with two hands. You know, and then if they do that, you expect them to be given a chance. You know, if he doesn't now, then obviously that's not good for us. But he's earned it.
We need to start asking questions, bro. If not, you know what I mean? We need to start asking questions, if not, man, because, you know what I mean? Drop him at your own detriment, because we're going to be a worse team without him, in my opinion. So,
And on top of that as well, when you got the likes of Gundogan, Kovacic, Bernardo, KDB, who are all coming to the end of their career,
And all still fucking starting, by the way.
you need to start thinking about that. Where's my future? Who the future at this club? Well, Nico O'Reilly can be the future. Listen, I've got a question for you boys here. Where did you rank that performance in terms of how good you thought it was? Because, you know, we've not been great this year. We've been pretty shit a lot of times. But listen, obviously the game was a bit weird. There was times when we weren't particularly great, but on the whole, I actually think we played all right, man. And, you know, I think it was Pulpy, was it, who mentioned about the XG. We probably should have scored 4, 5, 6, 7 goals. We had plenty of opportunities to score. In the end, I actually thought that was one of our better performances of the season. Let me throw it to Danny.
It was really, and the scoreline doesn't suggest it. Even in the first half, we had all these chances, just couldn't take them. And, you know, I was saying to someone in midweek, you know, this sort of reminds me of 16, 17 a bit. You know, we've been up and down all season. Towards the end of the season, I need more performances like this. I need more performances like, you know, Watford away at the end of that season, where I'm like, wow, we have a foundation. We can go out and challenge next season. And look, you know, with this Haaland injury, and we're going to get onto that, can we see more players step up? Can we have options to score more goals? And you know, we'll just see. That's a question that needs to be answered, I think. But
I think the way Bournemouth play was a massive help to us as well. Like, I'm not going to start going down the route of thinking it was one of the best performances of the season, because I think the way that Bournemouth played and how attacking they are as a team, especially at home, I think created a lot of space in behind for Haaland in the first.
Did they not do that
half.
in the game when they battered us, though?
I don't know. I don't remember us having as many chances as we did today, especially in behind. But yeah, I do you know what? I know we probably need to speak about it, innit? But
do we have to?
Haaland's starting to do my fucking head in, man.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I thought he was going to say Foden.
No, we've done the Foden thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not good that he's injured in that now, but he cannot. Like, this guy, all we need him to do, literally, his only job on the football pitch is to put the easy chances away in it. And at the moment, he's not even... I know he's got his goal, but it's covered up a pretty bad stinker again, innit? You think of, like, some of the big chances that he's missed this year. He's missed 3 penalties, which isn't good enough for your striker. And if he's not putting these chances away, then he's not bringing anything to the game at all, really, is it? Because like his link-up play is obviously not as good as other players, and like I don't know, I feel like Haaland's protected massively by the fan base, obviously because of what he's done in the past. But I do expect more from him, man. Am
I going to have to start a new protection league here? It sounds like
he has got his own protection. all these players from the treble season, like Grealish and Haaland and Diaz, and like everyone fucking like backs them to the death because of the treble season. They always go back to, oh well, look what they did in the treble season. But I need them right now, man. Like we need them when we're in the shit. Do you know what I'm saying? And if Haaland carries on going like this, like we're not always gonna get.
Yeah, but I can throw something back at you there. Yeah, let me throw something back at you there. I think if Haaland goes for a rough patch of form, now you've got Marmoush. He can be dropped, and you can just play Marmoush.
I actually thought we was better with Marmoush on the pitch.
I agree. Marmoush for getting a goal today as well. Big up for that.
And do you know what? We looked better in the press with Marmoush up there. The amount of times where Bournemouth lost possession because Marmoush was on top of them straight away. When they was collecting the ball at the back, they were either pumping it upfield or they was giving sloppy passes. And when we was creating chances from them turning the ball over with the press, you don't really get that with Haaland as much as you do with Marmoush. Marmoush's movement in behind was loads better than Haaland's was. I thought he was pretty laboured in the first half and before he went off Haaland. Like, I know he got through a couple of times, but like the first cross from Nico O'Reilly, he was jogging and sauntering.
It wasn't a bad ball either, by the way. It wasn't.
I just need to see more from him, man. And after missing the penalty and him fucking smiling and all stuff like that, I don't want to see that shit. Do you know what I mean? He's been rewarded with a 10-year contract on all this money. I don't want to see him fucking smiling if he misses a penalty.
I hear you.
Do you know what I mean? I need that dog back in him.
The thing is, OJ,
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
a stinking season by Haaland's
know.
standards.
Look at his numbers.
Still one of
key.
the best seasons we've had as a strikers in our
I
team,
do
you know
get
what I mean?
it.
So,
I
yeah,
do get it.
I'm with you though. He does need to buck you up a bit, mate. On the penalty thing, man, I just miss having Yaya Toure, man. We just knew he was going to score every time we got a penalty, and ever since he's left, we just never scored penalties, man.
I actually don't
Up
think
until
he's
this
ever
season,
missed a
though.
penalty.
Oh, just
Prior to
I'm
this
never confident in
season,
penalty anymore, ever. I think what did it for me was that Mahrez won against Liverpool. After that, my
I'm still over that one.
yeah, still never.
but
got
prior
over it.
to this season, wouldn't you have said that you thought he was automatic at the spot?
No.
You didn't think Haaland was automatic?
I've got PTSD from that.
Why is our best
I
penalty
reckon-
taker then?
I don't think he's a clean striker of the ball, me, Haaland. I feel like he
He should be
always...
smashing it in. He
He
should be
always
absolutely smashing it like Harry
doesn't
Kane.
he? Yeah, he
Harry
doesn't
Kane-
catch the ball clean.
But I think he
Harry Kane don't
does
miss
smash
penalty.
it, right? That's the
Harry-
key.
but Harry
He
Kane-
kicks it as hard as he can. There's not a lot of like finesse and placement.
I think that penalty was weak, bro.
It was
What's
weak.
the penalty?
This
Whereas Harry
one-
Kane just levers him in the same spot every time, and no one can stop him. Shearer was the same. Shearer just levered him in the top corner every time. Haaland just seems to me like he doesn't really. I don't think he enjoys taking a penalty. I just don't think it's something that he's really bothered about.
I still think
know-
he's our best penalty taker.
No, I just
Yeah,
think he takes
I
it because
agree.
he's Haaland, right? And that's just the way it is.
He
I don't
probably
know.
is, but we've notoriously got pretty shit penalty takers, haven't we? Especially the last 5 years. Like, I wouldn't trust anyone on it, to be honest. Rather just have a goal kick.
I don't know. You know, when it comes to Haaland, I just think he had an off day, man. He had an off day.
Yeah, I mean, he
He's
could
got
have
another
easily had an hat-trick by half time, right?
Well, and that's the thing. It's small margins. It's not like he's off by a lot. He's just left the post or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
he's not
It's just-
smashing penalties out of the stadium and stuff and missing absolute open nets. He just, by his standards, he didn't have a great game, but he could have easily had a hat-trick by half time. So, you know, we're just,
He's got to put them chances away, man. He can't be doing that in the big games, in the semi-finals, in the final.
Agreed.
Like, you think back to like his massive missing the derby and stuff like that, and like it just gives me the shivers, man. And I want him to fucking eradicate it from his game before it really does badly hurt us. Like, we've got away with one today, but we should have been clear in that first half, and we've managed to get back into it in the end because of a kid coming off the bench. That shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be on Nico O'Reilly to get us back into that game. We should have been far and away, and that is down to Haaland, unfortunately, and he does need to be called out for it.
But my question to you is, in these next few games, when presumably he's going to be injured, if we can't hit the side of a barn with a banjo, what are you going to say?
Well, you'll have to come back
Yeah,
to
we'll
me
need
and
him back.
ask me then, won't you? But I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing Marmoush get a run up there, I think, especially against Leicester. I want to see if he can do some damage against
I think he
them.
will. I think he'll do damage for the remaining
You know,
for as long as
well,
he's at City. I think for as long as Marmoush is at City, bro, he's going to be a problem for everyone, bro. I mean, you see the way rival fans are talking about him as well. Them man are trembling in the boots. You know what I'm saying? Well, about Marmoush.
Yeah.
I just
It's an
think he's a
opportunity for a minute,
great
Steve.
player. Yeah, he's
It's
a
an
great
opportunity
player,
for
bro.
Marmoush.
I'm looking
guarantee
forward to
Foden
seeing
starts
it.
false nine next game.
Nah, he won't. No, this is a big moment, right? Because obviously this is one of the reasons we paid the big money to bring in Marmoush, is so that like when we need to rest Haaland or Haaland's injured, which obviously you've just seen the clip on screen, doesn't look particularly great. Yeah, Marmoush can step in, and I thought Marmoush did well when he come off the bench today.
I thought
And
he was good, yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on Wednesday, because obviously it's a big one at the weekend, United, which I didn't even realise it was that quick, yeah. But let me see how Marmoush looks. And on Wednesday, listen, they're shit, mate, yeah? That's how
Got to
it
get
right.
after them, yeah.
We've got to get on it. We've got to, you know what? Like, it might actually be better that Marmoush will be playing, because he's a better presser than Haaland. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you need your quick players to press them and put them under pressure, because they're gonna be nervous, mate. Leicester, you know, we need to put it on them quick time.
And you know what? In the opposite fixture, you know, they done a bit of a job on us. You know, I know we won the game at Leicester, but if you remember it in December, we actually come away from that like in a bit of a 50-50 fucking battle in the win that we got.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to see I don't even want them to have a sniff on Wednesday, man. Put them to the sword straight away and get them cleared, man. Get them done and off before half time. Can't be arsed with these.
Well, we need to build a bit of momentum and sort of like, you know, a little bit of momentum, a little bit of confidence going into the weekend, because For me, I think these next two games are the biggest games of the season now, because if we don't win these next two games, I honestly think that this top four race is going to get nasty, mate. Yeah, we need to be winning these games, man. I think we've got Villa in it after United. Is that right? We got Villa.
Yeah.
Well, I say
Yeah,
it's more points, but I'm not sure. I think
Oh,
it's
is it? Like, we've got to be getting maximum points, man.
Even Palace, they're on fire at the moment. With all of these tough games, man, coming up in the next few weeks, or against form teams as well. Even United aren't in as bad as form as they usually have been throughout the season, have they? So
yeah, they've got everyone back from injury as well, conveniently. So
you mentioned it before about like how good that performance was. That's got to be the standard now. That has got to be. That second half has got to be the standard for the rest of the season. If we drop below that, we're going to struggle. If we can keep that pressing and attacking and players up for it, and we've got some decent chances for substitutions now. That's got to be the standard, and that will see us over the line. Hopefully,
the pressing was mint in the second half today.
Yeah, that hopefully will see us over the line.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's got to be the standard now. We can't.
It's the bare minimum, innit? It's the bare minimum, because we need this top four, man. You know what I mean? We need a Champions League. Yeah, we are playing Europa League, man. We need to play Champions League, and like I say, to do that, probably have to win 6 of our next 9 games. And we need to start on Wednesday. Like, there's no more excuses now. We've got to win. We've got to win fucking football matches.
Yeah, we need to rattle these next 2 games off as wins, get us close to that 60-point mark, and then hopefully get a couple more wins towards the end of the season. That gets us there.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
luckily,
exactly.
We've probably got the most favourable run towards the last 4, 5, 6 games of this season, haven't we? So hopefully that will carry us over. I don't want to jinx it.
It does, but if you don't win your next 2 games, then you're screwed. Like,
then
at the end of the day,
chasing game, aren't you?
Yeah, no, that's actually crazy. Actually, Simon, I watched Frankfurt, and the game I watched Frankfurt, he played as a striker. So that's an L in the chat, by the way, Simon.
Hold that, Simon.
I seen someone say that he wasn't good today in the 9 as well, and I thought
that's
he was
mad.
I thought he was mint in the 9.
The funny thing is, the one game I watched, he played as a
striker, I think, because he hasn't been that great as a striker for us. But today, I thought he was pretty good. He was getting out.
He was good. Like, he could have been better, 100%. But he was decent. Tariq, let me bring you in, man. Obviously, you've not said much. You joined late. What are you saying? What's your assessment on today's game? Any players stand out? Positives, negatives? What's your thoughts, man?
Well, I did join late, so I'm sure we've already said Nico O'Reilly's name a bunch. Yeah. The kid was great. Came in, changed the whole demeanor of the team, the way that we played, just the energy. So for me, you have to acknowledge what he brought to the team, and hopefully we see more of him, not just in the cup, but just see more of him even in the Premier League matches. Because if and to his point, to his credit, I guess Gvardiol played well when moved inside. So if we can move Gvardiol inside to center back, that left center back side, and he plays well, that just gives more and more opportunity for Nico O'Reilly to come in on that left back side. So that was really impressive. Quite honestly, when the lineup came out, I was admittedly frustrated, concerned, like to a certain extent, almost angry.
I think everyone was the same.
Yeah, but give credit where credit is due. All of those old men showed up and they played well. And I don't know that you can count on that every single week. Maybe more now because we're only playing once a week as opposed to playing multiple games in the course of a week. But I think today Pep got it right, and I got to give credit where credit is due, because I did not agree with the lineup. But yeah, man, it was great to see, great to be back in winning form, getting all 3 points. And well, it doesn't really matter, 3 points in this case, just win in advance. But it's better to be on this side than on the losing side. And I was a little nervous when they got that first goal, because it's like, here we go again. Yeah, that's what we've seen so much. But to their credit, they kept fighting, and like I said, at the end of the day, the second half of that match, we turned it around. So kudos.
Well, are you all on the page then of next games we play O'Reilly, Gvardiol, Diaz, Huzanov?
Huzanov should have been playing right back for the last 3 weeks. I've been saying this for ages. Like, it's got to be, man. It's got to be. And obviously, it looks like he's not playing Hayes in it. That's a damning statement today for him not to come on for Huzanov. I know it was the right decision on the end, but that's not looking great. The fact that he still can't get a game.
I don't know, though, but I don't think it's that deep, because Gvardiol should be higher in the pecking order in that centre back position,
but
surely.
Especially,
but
with
it really
it's
a choice.
Well.
Yeah, it's a choice between. It was a choice between O'Reilly and Hayes. But I mean, I So is Mateus Nunes a great right back? No. But I got to give credit because he gives us something that we don't typically get, right? He gives us a little bit more physicality, some pace.
Yeah.
And he put a couple good balls in. It's not his fault that Haaland doesn't score those, right? So, again, defensively, he's got the bozo gene, right? We talk about it. We know he's going to make mistakes defensively. But as far as from that attacking perspective, I much rather have him than Rico or anyone else for that matter. So I personally wouldn't mind. I like the lineup that you just said. That 4 that you put out, I'm good with that. But if I'm not going to have Kuzanov right back or whoever, then I'd say just give me Nunes and let's just keep attacking.
I agree on that.
Him.
Nunes, I thought
it's
Nunes
all right
played.
against Leicester, innit? I think it's all right against Leicester, but I can't trust Nunes going into that United game at right back. Sorry, I can't.
That goal Bournemouth scored was because he switched off.
It just can't happen.
And that you can't. That's the fine margins at this level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he can go up against the winger for most of the game and not really do much damage or have much damage done towards him because he's pace and his physicality. But when there's a ball coming across the back of you like that, you know, to be fair, Kyle Walker's just as bad at that sort of stuff. You need to be switched on because those are the fine margins. They can cost you games. We could have quite easily gone out off that today.
That specific moment there where he conceded, that's the real difference between being a defender and not being. You know, the positional things. I'm glad Tariq mentioned him though because I still think this guy brings something to my team, man. I really do. Like it's almost beginning to sound a bit like a bit of a positive agenda on Nunes for me, but I still think I like what he brings, man. I don't know. I just he's physical. He's so fast and
he's powerful.
More often than not, he keeps the ball. Again, that was a mad bozo pass. It was like Phil Foden's, wasn't it, against Arsenal when he just played that square daft ball and they've scored from it. But I think he brings something, man.
And his crossing's good as well, man.
Yeah,
his
crossing's good.
He's one of the best crossers in the team, man. So when he does get pushed up and he goes into that sort of right wing position, he's got a whip on him.
But are you going to trust him there against United and your Aston Villas and people like
that? I don't give a shit about United, bro.
Yeah, against United, of course.
I don't say that, and he cost us the game last time.
I know. That was another bozo, wasn't it? But
honestly, I just think our issues are bigger than one person, one player, one position, right? So yes, if he makes a mistake and they score, that sucks. But what about, again, even if we would have lost today, we would have said, oh, he made the mistake on that goal. But then we also have to I forget who it was that said Haaland wasn't great today. So if he gets the goals that he's supposed to get, then that's not even a concern, right? So you can't just say, well, it's Nunes' fault because, he made a mistake and not taking that away. But also, hey, if we did what we were supposed to do on these other players, then it doesn't even matter in the long run anyway.
Yeah, but this is a thing, like everyone, like not to shit on it, because obviously we won and I'm happy in that, but like we're still making a lot of mistakes, you know what I mean? Because I thought today actually, seriously, I thought today we actually played quite well, like for the large parts of it. Not there was parts of the game which was dodgy and that, but it's that them moments in the games we're just not making the right decisions or not putting the game away. So Haaland making errors, you know what I mean? Nunes with his stupid pass, like. We can play well, but ultimately football's about the moments, and it's about how do you defend, what do you do on the edge of your own box, and what do you do in the penalty box for the opposition, and we're just not quite getting that right. So even though we played quite well in other areas and that, and we did create a few chances, we could have easily got beat today because of those moments. So it's about just tightening everything up again. It's just like refine until you get that right. And this is why I think going forward, you've got to play Marmoush with Haaland. Now, obviously, we don't know if Haaland's going to be fit. That video I put on screen earlier doesn't look great.
No.
I'm hoping, bro, that might there's a chance it might just be precautionary. Do you know what I'm saying?
There's a game in like 17-18 where it was I think it was Jesus who came off like with a boot against Palace and like 3 days later started against Watford.
Yeah.
It looked a weird one, didn't it? Like it was injury. It was because of like the hard surface around the pitch.
Yeah, that's just an impact. I reckon that's just an impact.
So that might be more of an impact injury, you'd like to think, rather than like a muscle or...
What it is, I think the boot's on until the swelling can go down, and then when the swelling's down, that's when they'll like give it its scans and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
You're obviously probably best leaving him out Wednesday regardless.
I was gonna say I don't
think,
play him
yeah.
against Leicester regardless.
Even if it is just a knock, but
it's not a muscle injury again, though, is it? Like if it's a muscle injury, that's when you might want to not play him. But if his muscles are sweet, and sometimes with impact injuries like that, you just need an ice pack on it, and it's sweet.
I'd probably still leave him out of Wednesday.
I would as well.
Yeah.
I would.
I don't think it's worth the risk, man.
Just be careful with him, innit?
Just leave it. Yeah, we've had way too many injuries this year. Keep him out. Marmoush, mate, you're a £60 million player. You should be able to hold the line.
True. So
no disrespect to Leicester, but we should be able to beat them without Haaland. We have we have enough talent in our squad that we should be able to beat them without him.
And I mean, it's not like he's even playing that great anyway, is it? So do you know what I mean?
Don't make Steve come get you, Jake.
Yeah.
you know who I think deserves their own segment today? Jack Grealish, man.
Oh, here we go.
You got to give credit where it's due, man. You got to give.
Thank you, Bulky, bro.
Why don't you guys shoot though, man? Why don't
Everyone's quick to rinse
pull
him.
the trigger.
When he's 4 minutes in the game and he doesn't play well, everyone's quick to rinse him, man.
Bro, I think he's another guy that helped change the game today.
Why
man.
don't he shoot though? He should be fucking.
I think that's a confidence, man.
To bang him, man.
I think it's confidence.
That's been out of him, man. That has been taken out of the game by Pep. Just keep possession, man. I want you on there. Just keep possession.
I don't buy that, man. I
think his game's changed. I think his game's changed for us.
I think it's
he
a
might go
confidence
somewhere else
thing.
and do differently, but I think he's not.
People love Grealish, man.
I thought he was fucking bro.
It's about giving plays where praise is due.
Yeah,
He played really well. I thought that was his best game in 18 months, man.
Thank you, LV. I'm not seeing things here. Like I thought this guy was fucking amazing when he come on, bro.
He just dribbles. Obviously he dribbles into the middle, but then he don't even get his shot off.
What you're saying is right, Jacob. Yeah, but
he's pointless.
Even when he didn't shoot, when he didn't shoot, he literally gave it to a guy that shot and had
that Gvardiol chance, didn't he?
Yeah, man. He set up KDB, but like that summarised Grealish's performance. I want to give a shout out to the away fans as well, because that's what being a City fan is about. By the way, all the shit this guy's got online, that's not the real City fans, because that is what City fans are about. When a player's in the shit, the man still sung his name, Super Jack. Till from minute one when he came on till the end when he went off. That's what real City fan is about.
Did you stick him in on Wednesday, Steve?
He showed me he deserves
it. No, wait a sec, Danny. Wait a sec. So you say to Grealish, right? You just played mint, for 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
The best you played in 18
I'm looking at Jacob's face here. Look at Jacob's face.
What are you talking about? Like, does that warrant a start though? Does that warrant doing a few
who would start there? Who's it going to be?
Who deserves to
it's him and
start?
Doku, right? There's only two that can play on that side.
Doku's been mint for like 3 months straight.
I would say
you're gonna put Grealish in for 20 good minutes against.
I play him, man. I play him.
I'm giving him the opportunity.
How many opportunities has he had, man? He does fuck all with them.
Tell you what,
you done good today.
I can see the agenda.
Big up to Nelly Lutz, man. Big up.
What's this?
I think it's a super chat, maybe. I think, bro.
People are just so quick to jump on Grealish.
But amazing. No, he managed the game well. Saying amazing, I could go to Krispy Kreme, order 60 donuts. There'd be less glaze on them donuts than there is.
Bro, listen, man. Listen. Nah, man. That show. Jack Grealish shown today what prime Jack Grealish is about. That was peak Jack Grealish today.
For 20 minutes against a knackered Bournemouth team, man. Come on.
Sorry. What side
First
are you
of
on?
all,
to be Tarek, man. What side are you on?
Do you guys have Krispy Kreme donuts over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was making sure that was that translated, because I was like, that's funny.
Yeah, we got.
I think that Grealish was good. I think amazing is strong, to Danny's point. That's it's probably a little overstating, but we haven't seen him, period, let alone be good for a while. So the fact that he came on, he played well, he was doing what he does, right? He keeps the ball, he draws fouls. I'm with Jake. I'm watching it in real time. I'm screaming for him to shoot, because if we get that third goal, it puts the game to bed. The fact that we didn't get it means it's a little nerve-wracking to all the way through the end. So I wanted him to pull the trigger. I'm like, just shoot the ball. But all's well that ends well, I suppose. And I'll just give him credit. I think he played well. Would I start him on Wednesday? I'm leaning no, because I go back to Doku, Savio, and then Marmoush up top. So I would probably not. But I wouldn't be screaming if I saw Pep put him out there, because again, I think we have enough to be able to beat Leicester. So I'll be fine either way.
If Grealish, right, in one of them situations where he took a shot, right, let's be hypothetical here. He takes a shot, it nearly goes out for a throw, and it's an absolute wank shot. Everyone's on his case. What are you doing? You shit, get him off. Or he has a shot, his team, it goes to the keeper, and they go to the end and score. He can't win. Let's be honest, he cannot win in that situation. He puts one in the top corner, everyone's like, oh, mate, that's what Grealish would do. And every time he can't win the guy. So he just keeps the ball and waits for somebody to have a better situation to shoot. That's the right thing to do.
I thought he did the right thing.
I think he did the right thing to do.
If he starts playing a few more minutes and he gets a bit more confident, then yeah, pull the trigger. But
He's been told by to go on to Pep and just control the game, Jack. Get the ball, keep possession, push up the field with
Which
it.
he did really, really well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all he does. Keep possession.
If that's all he does, and that's what he got asked to do when we got through to semi-final, mate, then I'll take that.
You keep possession, Jacob. They can't score in it. So I know it's a cliche, but
you know what? There's hardly anyone better in the world at being a keep possession merchant than Jack Grealish. Yeah.
What you got to say merchant for, though, man?
Merchant. I still want more from my
get the knife out of his back, Jake.
I know.
Get the knife out of him.
His confidence is on the floor, so you're not going to get more until his confidence gets higher.
Oh, bro, come on, bro. We've been saying the same things for like 2 years.
No, I know. I agree with what you're saying, and I wanted him to shoot. I'm saying I wanted him to shoot.
I think Grealish is going to change now. I think we're going to give him another chance.
No.
I've been hearing it for too long.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
I got nickel every time I heard if Grealish. I'd be able to pay his transfer fee. Yeah. It's always hypotheticals with him. I don't mind.
Today wasn't hypothetical, man. Today wasn't hypothetical. Today was.
He was good.
Today was. I'm standing by my adjective, bro. Amazing. I'm standing by the adjective.
There's more people standing on Grealish business than there is on Nico O'Reilly business, man. It's crazy. Like,
I'll stand on that business as well, bro. I can stand on bare business, bro. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not falling into the Grealish trap, no matter what.
Grealish defense league is starting. I'm telling you,
it's not happening.
Yeah, you know what the thing is about LB. You said we're starting on Wednesday. You know what? Because it is Leicester. Even if Grealish is on top form, I probably still lean towards Doku and Savio because again it's Leicester.
You're not even in the country
now we're
yet,
talking.
Now we're talking. Yeah, is that better, Danny, bro?
Hey,
you get me in it because like I would prefer that bit more directness against a Leicester. Maybe again, no, man. I don't know. Maybe if we were playing Arsenal, I might even favour Jack Grealish, man. I don't know, man.
So here's one for you. So if Haaland's out, and that means Marmoush playing down the middle, who do you think is the best suit for Marmoush on the wing? How do we get the best out of Marmoush down the middle? I think that's Grealish over Doku.
Grealish brings his qualities, bro. I know people don't do
right. Grealish.
Yeah, but I'm saying if the argument is where do you play Grealish if he plays on the left, and the only person that's going to keep him out is Doku, then who's the best to get? If we've got Marmoush down the middle, who's not necessarily an out-and-out 9. Do you need somebody like Grealish?
I'd start Doku on the right.
I think Grealish slows the game down too much for Marmoush. I think you need runners with Marmoush.
I thought he was perfect today.
Marmoush is the runner for me. Marmoush is the runner.
I do agree with that, but Grealish just wants to slow it down, innit, and then let defenders get back into the back.
I think Grealish suits Marmoush better than Doku would.
Do you know something? Yeah, like you know what it is with Grealish, boys. I think people are underestimating these little passes, man. Like sometimes, when he's slowing down on that left wing, sometimes you'll just find this mad reverse pass. Like, I think that's a sick pass,
He's good at doing them little triangles, isn't he? He's good at passing the ball off there.
You know them reverse ones though, where it's like he's going out and then he'll make a pass to someone, making like an inverted run, and I'm like, I didn't even clock that pass. You know what I mean? I think certain little passes like that are being overlooked because they're not like. They're not like a diagonal ball or something. You know what I'm saying?
Against Leicester is great. Looking at the table, we need some goal difference as well. And we need to be direct. We're only on plus 14.
Reverse, but
we've got one.
If we want goals, then why would we start Grealish? Do you know what I mean?
Because he gets the best out of. I think he's a better foil for.
He don't create goals and he don't score them. So
Grealish.
I think you're being harsh, Jacob, bro.
But he doesn't. He actually doesn't though. He don't score goals. He don't create goals.
What about a pre-assist though? What about a pre-assist? Like he might make a few of them.
I can't believe we're making up stats now just to glaze Grealish, man. The pre-assist. Like we're even bigging
When
up
we-
his 5-yard passes to like give him. Come on, man.
When it comes to Grealish Defence League, pre-assist.
I stand by what I'm saying, though, man. At least I say it with chest. What I'm saying, I'm saying it with chest, bro.
Should
So the
Grealish
thing
start
is-
against us on Wednesday? I'm voting yes. Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah, well, that's the poll chat. There's a live poll in the chat
I'm
right
going
now.
no.
Should
Bro,
Grealish start on Wednesday?
There's too many haters in the chat, LB, man. They don't know what they're looking at sometimes, man. Some of these guys, bro.
Not have their head screwed on today.
Hey,
Oh,
David Silva was the king of the pre-assist, man, back in the day. Then balls into Sane and Sterling on the
Yeah,
on the
and
byline.
Jack Grealish was making David Silva like passes today. I thought, you know.
Nah, David, that's a little bit
I
too
don't know
much
about
now,
that.
man.
I don't know about
You and Jay are doing too much on both sides. Yeah? You are doing too much on both sides.
That's the good thing about me and Jaden, I guess you might say it. You know, at least we're passionate about what we
You're
believe in. You know
extremist.
what I'm
the
saying?
extreme.
Extremist, maybe.
Jack Grealish extreme.
Tariq, I thought you was backing me though. What do you mean?
Hey,
Calling me
you know,
extreme, bro.
I mean, sometimes I'm gonna back you. When you're right, I'm gonna be with you. But when you're wrong, you gotta stand alone, brother.
Yo,
if you're gonna own it, you've got to go outside. You can't go down the middle. You've got to own it. You've like me with.
That's what I'm
Karl,
saying, man.
You've got to be.
I'm just sad, yeah, that I've got to be next to Tariq on this thing because look how crispy this brother's camera is, man. Look at this guy's camera, man. Look how nice his camera is, bro.
And
I
Steve
want to make sure.
Steve
I want to
can't
make sure
even get
LB keeps
landscape
inviting me
there.
back. So I gotta keep doing more, man. Keep doing more.
I can't even get a landscape at the moment.
Can't even
you know
get
what I'm saying?
landscape, man.
Let me go through some of these chats, man.
Absolute portrait merchant.
Listen, it's either portrait and then I get to see the chat. You know what I mean? I'm doing this for the chat, man. So show me some love in it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm landscape, I can't see the chat. So
Fairs,
Oh
man.
yeah, that is true. That is true. Right, let me come to some of these chats, man. Big up to LB who says that's Haaland done for the season. Unfortunately, nah, you don't know
Don't
that.
say
bro.
that. Don't say that.
You don't know that. You don't know that. Chill.
That Haaland and Rodri double sub in the FA Cup final is going to be so different.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be class. He also says Jacob is O'Reilly, a fluffy head as
Yeah,
well.
he is, but he's a good fluffy head. He's got.
Broccoli head.
I love
Got a broccoli head,
the
hasn't
afro. Him and Rico are the fluffy brothers, but one's better than the other, innit? So shout out Nico, man.
Yeah, man. Big up to Woody who says AK-45, Diaz, Yosko, O'Reilly, AK locked Vinny at right back. That's how I'd set up now going forward. Yeah. In the next
Facts.
few games,
I
test
agree.
it out.
Yeah.
Test it out.
Sure.
Yeah. See how it goes. Big up to you, Woody. Big up to Connor with a super chat. He says, why can't Jack shoot? Villa, Jack puts that top bins. What's he afraid of? Pep did a lobotomy on him. Says,
So
Everyone always blames Pep for players being
Thank
shit,
you.
man. Maybe
I
it's
don't
just
agree with that,
Maybe
though.
it's just the players that are shit. You can't just blame Pep every time someone's not performing. Do you know
and
what I
quite
mean?
honestly, I used to say the same thing because that's what Jack did. He came in, but now I see Doku doing the exact opposite. He's taking people on. He's doing whatever. Now he's not contributing G&A like we would hope, but he's playing the anti-Jack to a certain extent. He's much more aggressive, getting to the byline and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I want to see more from Jack.
Pep can't run on the pitch and grab Jack's fucking right foot and make him shoot the ball, can he? What do you want him to do? Like wipe his ass when he goes to the toilet as well, like, after the game?
But he wants to get back in the game, so
he's
I got to
gotta
give
do
him
it
credit
himself.
there.
the thing is, though, there's also a mad myth about what he did at Villa, yeah. In 213 games for Villa, Jack Grealish scored 32 goals. In
Yeah, we got-
152 goals games
we
for
got
City, he
robbed,
scored
man.
16.
We got
So
robbed.
at the end of the day, yeah, he's probably like on course to match about 24. So he's only like 8 or something like that, 8 goals behind.
Yeah,
So people do
everyone's
way
glazing
too
off-
much.
Everyone at Villa just goes off about the show real stuff, don't they? It's just
Yes.
show real goals. He's like,
And by the
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of those
It
moments
is.
as well, though, Pulpit, he had pure time and space to run
yeah,
into.
and it's an open game end to end where they're not fighting for anything. They're just literally just playing dead games and just ping pong football. And he has a chance to shoot. Or a lot of it was in the Championship as well. A lot of his goals were in the Championship, right?
Yeah, very
He scored
true.
a lot. He scored a lot
Very
in the
true.
Championship, yeah, I think.
So get off his back, Jacob.
Maybe we just got punked, man. We just got punked in the deal. Maybe we got. Yeah.
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And if you do, just have.
Hey, it's all how well Dolph turned out at left back for us. They said we got to give him a dub this time.
No, facts, man. Facts. Yeah, big up to Connor, man. Bit to Nelly, who said Grealish was amazing. What the fuck am I hearing? Do you know what amazing means? Also, shout out O'Reilly. Grealish was.
Oh, I misread that earlier.
No, I misread it too. I misread it.
We all-
I'm sorry. Don't kill me.
I thought he said he was amazing.
Shout out Nelly.
Yeah, same.
He knows,
Yeah, Nelly's
he
speaking
knows,
facts.
Nelly knows ball, man.
Exactly.
And big up to LB as well. Says man said goal difference and start Grealish.
No,
Laughing emoji.
and that's the point I'm trying to make. Starting him in the 0-0 and having him see out the game at 2-1 up, it's two different prospects.
I agree. Yeah, I completely agree.
You're not asking to break down the defense.
If we want to put Leicester to the sword, the last person you want on the fucking ball is Jack Grealish, innit?
Well, he gets the best out of our best striker, Marmoush.
Bro,
They
I
don't
tell you what, yeah,
I don't know though. What,
I
You
am
guys
ab-
don't know ball, man.
Bro, I am absolutely mind blown at the hate Grealish is receiving today.
Mad, innit?
Absolutely
No,
mind
it's
blown.
not
Day,
hate,
Steve.
it's
It's another
not
day at
hate,
the office,
it's
mate.
not
Everyone,
hate,
every
it's
day.
just anti-glaze, man. It's just anti-glaze. It's not hate.
It might not be hate, but I'm certainly not seeing no love. You know,
Anti-glaze.
I ain't seeing no love.
No, I agree. He played all right for 20 minutes. Fair play, Jack. Well done. But I cannot deal with the glaze.
Yeah, no.
I've got to throw anti-glaze out the kryptonite.
Well,
of Jack Grealish.
Anti-glaze, man.
I got glaze to give in it, so allow it. I got glaze to give.
You think the performance is up here? We're just bringing it down a little bit. It's
Yeah,
not.
he did
Well,
all
I'm
right.
putting it back up there. So
Yeah, same here, man. I'm putting it on.
The way,
me and
the way
LB are taller than you, Danny. So I think so.
the way
you know,
you're
we put it
built,
up
the way you go to gym, I'm not going to fight against you. You just keep it
higher.
I don't
Hey,
like
muscles don't win fights, Danny. Muscles don't win fights. Don't worry.
Yeah, well,
Let me,
I'm not packing anything, mate.
Let me turn our attention then to the midfield, then, boys. We've done the defense. We've spoke about that. Midfield. Obviously, Tarek, you spoke about it earlier on in that, like, you was mad surprised, mad shocked. I don't think there's a City fan in the land that wasn't shocked and surprised about the not seeing Nico Gonzalez there. We've heard nothing about it being an injury, so we can only assume it was a tactical decision. Tarek, let me throw that out to you then. So why do you think Pep decided not to go with Nico, and what did you make of Gundo, Kovacic, and Bernardo in that midfield three?
I thought they were good. I can't tell you why Pep wouldn't have gone with Nico. And he came on as a substitute, so he was at least able to get minutes. So I don't know. I have no idea. And trying to read Pep's mind is always like crazy to begin with, but I have no idea why he didn't start. But obviously Pep saw something. And again, like I gave him credit earlier, he made the right calls today. Do I think that's the right decision for the rest of the season or anything like that? No. But it worked today. Pep pulled the right triggers and did the right things, made the right decisions. So I can't knock it. But I thought, to their credit, they played well. It's not perfect, but they played well. Kova and Gundo, and of course Bernardo out wide.
I don't think Bournemouth's midfield is their strong suit, is it? So
I
I'd
agree.
say that's probably why we could kind of get away with it today. Bournemouth's threat all comes from the front three and their attack there, and the fullbacks are usually pretty good at, like Kirkes and that, aren't they? Who was obviously out today. So I feel like it was all right to make that decision today because there's not many like decent midfielders in that Bournemouth midfield today. So they've got enough quality, Bernardo, Gundo, and Cover on the ball to just control it in there. So, and credit where credit's due, man. They all did the job today. So fair play.
Yeah. Am I allowed to say Nico was amazing when he come on, or am I going to get cut for that as well?
Nico O'Reilly.
I think he deserves amazing. And
Nico Gonzalez, I
he's
think
earned
he come on there, yeah, and I thought he really solidified, the last kind of 15 minutes, however long it was when he came on. It was really professional performance by him. Kept the ball nicely, made some nice tackles, done his job in it. Should have started probably, yeah, but he didn't. That's an L. And I actually, going back to your question that you asked near the start of the stream, LB, you asked about like where today's performance I thought ranked in the season. I thought at times in that first half it was looking at the worst we've looked all season. At times in that first half it was really, really peak, I think, to be honest with you. But yeah, man, the second half it was a bit different, obviously. Like I said, Nico again, but both Nicos in it. So I thought they were both brilliant when he came on.
I'm liking Nico Gonzalez, man. I think the guy had some steel to our midfield, mate.
Yeah,
Because, I think Gundo, Cover, and Bernardo done an okay job. Like, they were all okay. Like, let's not do the glaze thing,
Yeah.
They were decent. But one thing that they don't have there is they do not have any steel or, like, battle about them. And when Nico Gonzalez come on, I've seen him getting stuck into challenges and shit. And then you add what's he called? fucking O'Reilly, who's doing that on the left hand side, who was getting stuck in as well. And I'm like, yo, like we actually have some like players on this pitch who are like getting stuck in. So Nico Gonzalez for me, I'm absolutely stunned that he didn't start the game. But in the big games going forward, Nico Gonzalez got to play, man.
Yeah,
he's so important to this team. Well, Rodri's not here. Obviously, still not back yet.
There was a part, I literally had a tweet loaded with it ago. I was like, when Kovacic was basically blowing out his ass, his hands he was ducked down on the floor, literally blowing. And they made a substitution. I looked at it, they were bringing on Gonzalez and McAtee, and then the Gundogan went off first. I was like, oh my fucking God, here we go again. I'm going to keep Kovacic on. He's obviously going to have a stinker. He's going to be running out of juice. And then they took him off as well. So that's why when the substitutions are made, that's why actually they've recognised something here, because that's the sort of games where they were both blowing, yeah.
I was just going to say, one thing I noticed was
done, yeah. So being able to bring on like Nico, perfect timing.
Here's Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Joe, the president of the Grealish Blaze Club, has come.
Hey, my guy, come on. Send him the link, man. Send him the link.
He said he's in bed. So
you missed it, Joe.
What? In bed with Grealish? In bed with Grealish?
That is.
Grealish has got Joe's nudes, man. There's no other reason why that guy still backs him.
Danny's got some one-liners, Danny, man. I've noticed that, man. Man's got some one-liners.
I do.
I wish.
Anything else on the midfield, lads?
Foden weren't great, really, let's be honest.
Foden, yeah, pretty dry again.
He weren't great, were he?
No. In many ways, yeah. You know how nice Nico looks on the ball. I'm talking about Nico O'Reilly. Do you think he's actually unlucky not to get a chance in his actual position?
Yeah. Fucking
well.
yeah. Yeah, 100%, man.
I think that guy could really bring something there,
Who, O'Reilly?
Nico O'Reilly, bro, yeah.
Yeah. When you're seeing Kovacic and Gundo still starting in a double pivot, you have to question why he can't have a shot there. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Imagine
man.
the two Nicos in that midfield, man.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm even talking about a more advanced position, LB. Because am I right in saying, Danny, in the academy, he was like a number 10?
Oh, yeah, for the most part, he was.
Yeah. So
you can tell with his passes,
as a striker, which is really weird. And he actually played quite well as a striker.
I think the kid deserves a chance, some minutes in that number 10, man.
I agree. And then moved him back into midfield, captained the side, scored loads of goals, got loads of assists, scored this scored pick that I'm sure everyone's seen. And then, he came into DM in pre-season. That's the first time he's played defensive.
Exactly, bro. And, this is what I'm saying about this getting a chance in his actual position, higher up the pitch.
Nico squared going forward, man. Just get him in on Wednesday.
And I'll tell you what, it's a profile our academy doesn't produce a whole lot. I talk to people at the academy sometimes, and they say, Danny, is it right? We only just produce short little technicians with their left foot. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? We don't produce these big guys anymore. We don't produce these units anymore. We don't have our...
He's a unicorn of a player, O'Reilly.
He is.
Is that not starting to change, though, Danny? Because isn't that Mikasa quite a big lad?
Oh, yeah. Mikasa's one of them, like, tall, wiry guys. He's sort of similar to O'Reilly. I mean, he's a bit more, he's a bit more of a tempo setter, but,
That second assist as well, it came from a number 10 position. It was a really nice pass.
It was a great pass, yeah.
That's a training ground pass, isn't it? That's like a flick just to fucking give it a go.
Yeah, he strikes me as a guy that's not afraid to shoot as well. You know what I'm saying? He strikes me as a guy that wants a goal. You know what I mean?
I just think he's a very confident player who backs himself.
Bro, yeah.
I think he's got a bit of an ego about him, like in a good way. I think he's got that swagger, which you need. You need that, by the way, when you're at a club like City, because we've seen so many players in the past not really, I think McAtee might fall into that. Like, he needs to fucking grab the game by itself. Like, was it last game? I seen Nico O'Reilly play. It might have been against Forest or someone. And he had a shot from 30 yards. It was a shit effort. But I'm like, the guy backs himself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You need to have that in this side. Otherwise, you're going to just fall away. So, on Nico, I'm just like, just get him in the side. First step, get him in the team. Then, maybe you can then see, right, can he go into midfield? Is he better than Kovacic and these guys in midfield? Which I think he probably is. Yeah, but for me, first of all, just get him in the team. And if that's at left back, that's at left back. But he'll be pushed forward anyway, innit? He'll be the guy who pushed forward instead of Gvardiol. Gvardiol could just chill back in the centre-back position.
He actually showed some pace when he was getting down that left side.
Yeah,
I was actually impressed. I don't see a lot of him, obviously. He was able to get forward, and he has some pace, and he's got power. He's a very talented kid. He pretty much has everything that you would need. If you play him in the midfield, he has the ability to make those Yaya Toure-esque runs, right? He's got the size and the ability to just bounce off people, keep the ball, and go. So I definitely want to see more of him. I think he deserves an opportunity. Talking about who should play, right? Whether Grealish should start on Wednesday or not. I think O'Reilly has proven and earned an opportunity to start that match.
I agree. Yeah, he does.
I think it'd be pretty good to play him next to Nico Gonzalez and just have him next to him and have him as the pivot player, like Gundogan.
Right foot, left foot, nice in there.
Yeah, just say go forward, lad, and get do bits. You know what I'm saying? I think him and Nico
like a box crasher. You get like
like a box crasher, man.
Yeah.
You know, just a bit like Gundogan, basically. Treble,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just like sit next to Nico at times, Gonzalez, and then obviously when we've got the ball, go forward, create, have a bit of freedom. But at the end of the day, we know this guy's a baller, right? Pep loves the guy, and City rejected a big fee from Chelsea.
That's what I was gonna say.
So, like,
could have lost him.
We could have lost him, man. So we know he's a good player, man. Chelsea's sniffing around, offering big cash for him. Yeah,
it's a good job we didn't make the mistake, then, isn't it?
And I don't know what this guy's contract is, but I don't think it's long.
I bet he's not on a lot of money either, you know, like in terms of as far as footballers are
Get him
concerned.
signed get him signed up in the summer, man.
Especially
How much do you reckon he's on? Like 10 grand or something?
10.
Yeah,
10.
Maybe even less, you know.
Yeah, maybe because
he's obviously showing quality that he deserves more than that.
Is he still on a scholarship, Danny?
No, signed a pro contract in 2022. So,
how long was that?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
I think it was a 2 or 3 year. So he might be out of contract at the end of the year, no?
Yeah, fuck that then. You know, let's get that sorted, man. What the fuck are we doing? Well, to be fair, if they're offering big money, there's no way he could be going out that early, right?
Yeah, because they would have just tapped him up for a free, wouldn't they? If
Put a little Real Madrid on us.
Maybe he's out of contract.
Chelsea people trafficking, isn't it?
I reckon he's out of contract next season.
It must be next year.
No.
But on transfer market, it's not got his contract details. That's why I asked a question.
Oh.
So they don't know, innit? They don't know.
Yeah.
So you guys spoke about, someone touched on it then, Foden. Foden.
Yeah, what
Kevin
we're
De
gonna
Bruyne.
do with him, man? What are we gonna do with Foden? Like, we need to have a serious conversation about kind of where we like. At what point do we start thinking about him potentially coming out of the side? Like, giving him is a break what he needs, or do we?
I think he needs a
having him
proper
minutes?
rest.
I was-
When can you give him a proper rest?
Mate, this guy is getting cooked in the media for his international performances. He's getting cooked from City fans for his City performances. Like, he's just taking an absolute battering at the moment, and it's probably not helping with his performances on the pitch, is it? So it's the question is like, what do you do?
I think
like,
he needs
to improve it?
this guy's played over nearly 400 games for club and country at the age of 24. Yeah, he's just had 2 massive years. He basically plays all the games and that, and he's had basically no rest. Yeah, and last year he was a big part of why we won the league. Yeah, every game, him, Rodri, basically were the 2 for me that was dragging us across the line. He needs basically like a month or 2 months rest. The problem is he ain't gonna get it because he ain't gonna get it this summer because of the Club World Cup, and he ain't gonna get it next year because of the World Cup.
Actually, I'm the opposite to you. I think completely different. I think he's just got to play through it. Because
So you don't think he needs a rest?
Well, does need a rest, to be fair, but I think in terms of his form, he needs to play through it. You know, these are actual pivotal moments for him now. So if he has a month off and he's whatever and he struggles a bit, that's his season done. You know, and then the pressure's going to be even on him even more than over the summer to pick it up again. I think he just got to play through it and just suck it up and crack on with it.
I think that he had that chance in the first half where he did that beautiful run and beat
That
like
pass was that shot was weird, wasn't it, Jacob?
And then the shot where Foden would usually be levering that top bins, and he's p-rolled it into Kepa, and that's not Phil Foden, man. That is not the guy that was here last year. He would be spanking that like bins. So
I hear what Pulpy's saying as well about playing him through it, and I've been standing by that all kind of season, to be honest with you, just playing through it. But now I'm kind of leaning towards like just give him a bit of the Jack Grealish treatment in it. Like if he doesn't deserve to start, then just drop the guy in it. Like there's no danger in it. Like I'm not saying sell the guy in the summer. I'm just saying like just take him out of the team and play someone that's in more form in it. Like Nico O'Reilly, for example. You know, play him there. You know what I'm saying? Or just play someone else. I think he's got to. Well, Foden, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, Foden, I don't know. I mean, how many times have you seen Foden and Marmoush really together in that sort of area? Not much.
No.
So we might see that. It might bring the best out of him having a willing runner. Because let's be honest, Haaland doesn't fucking move from that spot, whereas Marmoush will actually rotate a bit and make a bit more space. So maybe that will get the best out of him there.
I think drop him. I think he deserves. He kind of deserves it, doesn't it? I mean, I'm a big believer in playing people in the form they're in. You know, like,
my concern, because I love Phil, have always advocated for Phil. Whether we drop him or whatever, but I want to see him continuing to play. But my concern is, what does long term look like for him? We're assuming that he's able, because again, it sounds like there's a physical issue. We're assuming he's going to be able to get back physically and mentally and all those things to the player that he was last year and in prior years. But then I think about someone like a Dele Alli, who was amazing in his time with Tottenham. And then until he wasn't. One day he's not. And no matter what happens, he just can't get back.
Fell off a cliff, didn't he?
Yeah, and so my fear for Foden, not that I say I think this is going to happen, but my fear for him is that he has that kind of a precipitous drop and he just can't get back. And we don't see him become what he was, continuing to become. That's my fear.
Yeah, I hear it, and that's definitely a fear. But I reckon he will come back. I think the guy is goosed, mate. Yeah? I think the guy's fucking knackered, mate. Yeah, I think he's mentally drained. I think he's physically drained. And people say it's an excuse. It's not an excuse because I'm saying drop him. I don't actually
keep him
agree.
out of these international fixtures. Then why is he going to fucking England then? If he will know in himself how tired he is and whether he can play or not, just bring him out one of those. This would have been the perfect opportunity for him to drop out that England squad, innit? Get everyone off his back, go on holiday for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And he'd be sweet, but he's still.
I don't think he's got that. I don't think he's that sort of person that's going to sit back and do
just
football.
Wants to play football. Yeah.
You guarantee if you had 2 weeks off, he'd be probably playing football on a beach somewhere or kicking around on a fucking street. He's got port.
Yeah, but do you not think City should be speaking to him and saying you're knackered, mate? You're red zone.
Maybe he's not. Maybe they haven't. They just decided the best thing for him to do is to play. Maybe he's not red zoning. Maybe he's just out of form. Let's be honest. He's not played that amount. He's not played a massive amount of football this year, has he?
I'd rather lean towards him being in the red zone because if he is out of form, he's been out of form for a long time.
Very long time.
I'm trying to give him a reason here, isn't it, that he's out of form rather than.
He's not played every game like he did last season. He's literally last season.
I think everybody plays too much football, bro.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
In the grand scheme of things, he's not like he played every minute of every game. He's had games off. He's had a couple of injuries. He's not been playing 90 minutes every week. If someone's getting subbed in a game, it's likely to be him to be first at the minute. So it's not like he's running himself into the ground in that respect.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a difficult one, isn't it?
Other players have been ran into the ground more than Foden this year, I think, as well. Like, you think of Josko, people like that. They've been driven into the ground. And, do you know what I mean? That guy still turns up week in, week out, man. And he's putting in big performances still and has done all year. And Phil should be that guy. He's our player of a PFA Player of the Year, man, and he's just fucking gone missing.
All I'd say is, obviously it's not working at the moment, so the club need to sit down and be like, right, well, we need to change things. Maybe you need to be benched for a couple of games and have a rest. You know what I mean? And then have a proper rest. The problem is this guy's just not getting a proper rest, man. This summer he won't have a proper rest, and next summer he's not going to have a proper rest.
No, I just straight up not bring him to the World Cup. They can't cook us for not just bringing Foden. Just don't bring him.
You'll sigh. Add another £15 there, sigh, and you might be onto something. You got me a bit light there with 185, mate.
Hey,
come on.
Sigh. Do you still owe Briggsy that money? Because he keeps bringing it up to me.
Man said 185. 185. Get it right.
Yeah,
light heavyweights.
Listen, to be honest with you, I think the Foden thing is just going to keep dragging on. We'll have to see what happens next year, man. But it is a bit of a shame because last year was fucking mint. It's been mint for so many years, but this year he's not there. But again, no one is. All right, I think we've covered all the areas. Anything else in terms of any players you guys want to discuss, or positions or tactics from today? We covered everything.
We're done Foden. Yeah, that's it.
Well, I suppose.
One thing about Gvardiol that I'll touch on, So I've had this fear in it all kind of season, or 185, how he says. Well, I've had this fear all season that because he's been spammed in left back, and I've heard him say in interviews that he really wants to play centre back. My fear has been that we might lose this guy, So the fact that I seen him in centre half today, and he looked really good in centre half there today. Maybe we might see a bit of a rejuvenation of a Gvardiol as well. You know,
I don't want to lose him from left back though. Me, I think he's honestly, when he's in form, I think he's
I agree.
genuinely the best left back in the world.
In the world, I've said it.
Better.
I have said it, bro. Yeah.
So I don't really want to lose him from that left back spot either, man. Because there's no better fucking player for us than when Gvardiol's bombing up and up that wing and making those runs in behind.
It's mad
when
that
he
he
gets
said
the
that he wants to be
opportunity
centre
to
back,
do
but he's
it,
had the
it's
best. His best games have been as a left back, but he wants to play centre back, and when he's played centre back,
I know.
he's been absolutely shite.
Yeah.
We just need a proper
in a
right
couple of
back
games.
so that we can allow him to have that free role in it. He's had to sit back
Frimpong.
now for the last few months because of like Nunes and Rico. He's had to like pretty much sit in the back free, hasn't it? But if you get him a proper right back, Guardiola's gonna have that.
Oh, you want a right back that sits or a right back that bombs
That's
forward?
what he's saying, isn't it? He wants more of it.
I'd want a right back that sits to free up.
A solid one,
Yeah.
a solid one.
So not Frimpong then.
As good as Gvardiol's been at left back and going forward, I don't think that's because he's played left. I don't think that's because he's played left back. I just think that's because of how technically good he is. So I think if you play him in centre mid, you're going to see him do madnesses at the stages because he's a really good footballer, right? But I think at the same time, we've missed that bombing forward in terms of that mad pace like that Nico O'Reilly shown today. He was the outlet twice. With Gvardiol, you don't really get an outlet there. He's just really good on the ball technically. But it was nice to see the outlet for moments today. It was different.
No. I hear it.
Guardiola's runs down that left wing has been missing, man, for about nearly 2 months now, probably.
He's been shackled. He's been shackled for like a month now.
That's what I mean. He has been shackled because
Doku plays there, so he can't get in Doku's way. When Doku plays left wing, can you? There's a question. If Doku plays left wing, can you get the best out of Gvardiol left back? Because Gvardiol will not be able to.
Probably not the best, but I still think it's more of an issue of
with the right back.
Who it is at right back.
Right back, yeah.
Doing it because at the end of the day, Doku is right-footed, playing on the left wing. He's still got that ability to cut inside, and Gvardiol go on the overlap. If anything, Gvardiol making those runs will take a man away from Doku in it and leave him 1-on-1 rather than 1-on-2 every time. So I do think it's more of a case of Gvardiol having to sit in the back three to accommodate Rico and Nunes when they've been playing.
Do you think do you think some of that's due to the fact that he's made some real bad mistakes this season? So he's kind of like just made sure he's doing his bread and butter of being a good defender. You know, because he as much as he has been forward and scored a lot of goals and quite important goals, he has had some shocking defending moments this season. So it's kind of like he's probably took himself down a little bit, step back, get the defending right, no stupid bozos and stuff, which means less going forward and being what he's been doing. But kind of that's probably where his standards have started to creep back up a bit, and he's being a bit more defensively sound rather than just being like an absolute lunatic at left back.
Yeah, because people were quick to dismiss his defensive capabilities.
Yeah,
weren't they?
maybe
that's been
a case of mate, just rein the forward stuff a bit in now, and we'll just.
And he's just been solid, hasn't he, the last few weeks, which is what you want from him. So.
Someone in the chat said discuss KBD. I think that's another little topic we can touch on.
KDB, have we? Yeah.
Me personally, I think KDB was good today, man.
I thought he was all right. Yeah.
I was interested that he played. Did he play 90 minutes? Yeah, 90 minutes.
He lined up like left wing at the start, didn't he? Like it was really bizarre the way.
Finished on the right, didn't he?
It was weird. I was baffled, to be fair, when I saw him on that left hand side. But I mean, he was decent even in the press, and he's running. He was decent. So yeah, I was pretty happy with KDB.
I think that's the best thing about his performance today was actually his physical side.
Of the game.
I think on the ball, like you didn't really see too much going on.
Yeah. But he was active, innit? He was active.
But like it's actually like the worrying part of Kevin De Bruyne over the last maybe a couple of months where we've seen him is the physical side of the game. Like if you remember what was the game? Was it Real Madrid at home when he was rested for a week? He was basically just blowing after 60 minutes. Yeah. Like, whereas today the guy never stopped running for 90 minutes.
Facts,
so that was probably you didn't see too much on the ball, like I say, but yeah, like physically looked fine. Still don't know about what he's going to do with the contract. You know what I mean?
I was going to ask you, do you extend him?
I would.
I still wouldn't personally.
I don't know what I do, to be honest.
Do you know what? I think it depends.
I'm a LB, man. All season, me and LB, we flip-flops, and now we just don't know no more. You get me?
Who we're getting in. It depends. If we are guaranteed to get Wirtz this summer, then I don't mind him going. But if we've got to wait one more year for Wirtz, man, I don't think there's that many options out there that are massively better than KDB.
He's done 9 years now. Is it 9 years?
You want to make that a nice round number.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are you
he's got to
thinking?
be alive.
No, 10 years. Came in 2015, 10 years.
And even if
Oh.
we do get Verts, man, imagine having KDB, like
Someone like KDB is.
games, and having Verts around KDB.
We need them senior players, though. We do need to keep some senior players because a lot of us, we all realise that a lot of them are going to be going. You've got to keep your best senior pros, man, and he really is. And if he
No,
does
but we've
take
got other senior pros, though.
I know, but he's the best. He's going to be arguably our greatest ever player if he can just stay for one more year and be around the place and just give a smooth transition is what I'm aiming for. You know, if it takes a bit of a pay cut, that's right. So that's the right thing to do. If it can be a smooth transition into whoever's the next person in line, whether that be a Foden, whether that be a Verts, anyone like that, and just have somebody like KDB around who will pick up 20 minutes to start 1 in 3 games. You know, just to ease somebody in, because we've all seen when Rodri came in, he got 11 at the start. He was shit. Everyone was on his case because he was replacing Fernandinho. So our key players don't necessarily translate into being starters straight away. So if we have somebody like Verts comes in and we all think Verts is going to hit the ground running, he's probably not going to do that. So having somebody like KDB around who, you know, we could fill in those gaps and be.
Can I ask you a question though? Do you think it'll be good for Verts? Like, people keep on saying it's going to be good for Verts if KDB is here. Do you actually think it might be a bit of a negative if KDB?
No, why would it be a negative?
I don't think it can be a negative.
Because if he plays bad, he's like gets dropped for KDB.
I don't think it'd get to a point where he'd be getting dropped for KDB, because even how shit we've been this year, KDB's not a guaranteed starter with the trash that we've got at the moment, is it? So I don't think it's going to ever get to the point where he's going to be taking his position off him. But it can only do good. Verts coming in and playing, training every day with
one of the best midfielders
in Premier League history, in my opinion.
Yeah, so he's got
you know what I mean?
in that respect, yeah.
Yeah.
And if to be fair, if Verts can't get in front of KDB, and if it comes down to training every week and match performances, and if he's not getting in, then
he's got to pull his fucking finger out.
Yeah, that's it. That's the standards.
You've got Foden, Verts, Echeverri. You not think that's enough?
That's why I'm fine letting KDB go.
I think that's enough, man. I don't think you need necessarily to keep him.
I think you're potentially doing that thing, LB, where we've been saying where people say we're worrying about like the depth. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it can only be a good thing for me.
He's got to stay if he wants to stay. If he wants to go, he got to go on it. It's one of them.
Yeah, I think he's earned to make that decision himself. To be fair,
there's no downside to him staying. There's no downside to him staying.
No, I don't.
We're not. It's not like we all realise he's not
his wages ourselves, are we? Out of our.
He's not going to be starting every game every week, and he's not going to be keeping somebody out of the team. If he's good enough, if he's fit enough to play and he can do it, then yeah.
We can only entertain him going if and when we get a big boy number 10 through the door. I won't even entertain it until a guy comes through the door. You know.
I'm probably with you on that one, to be honest.
Yeah.
But with the Club World Cup and kind of accelerating the window and getting it start open earlier and all that kind of stuff, is it like to ask for us to have that person in before KDB makes his decision, before we decide to keep him or let him go? I don't know that that's realistic, just because everything is starting so much sooner, and we're going right into the Club World Cup. I could see, you know, I think we're going to see him go, quite honestly. I don't know that going from 400 to 150 or whatever it is on offer. I don't know that that's something he's going to go for. But I mean, I'm not opposed to him staying. I mean, take it that way. But I just don't think it makes sense for him to go from 400.
I think there's other massive contracts in the club as well that need to be fucking cut before KDB. Think of the money that Grealish is on if he goes, the money that Gundogan's on. And I'm not even cooking Grealish here. I'm just saying.
No, you're right. I agree.
These guys are in the top like 5 paid players at the club, and they're just no use to us anymore. So if we get the Grealishes out the door, the Gundogan's out the door, who are on nearly 300k a week and aren't really doing much for us going forward, then it will free up your opportunity to keep hold of Kev, who is still of use. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those guys
even
going out
participating in that, even playing the Club World Cup, if we get, say for instance, we don't win it, but we're getting the quarterfinals or something, that's 50 million or something, isn't it? That's his wages and somebody else's for each season, and that kind of pays for itself. So, you know, I wouldn't worry too much about the money side of things.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I have to say this, my priority this summer is to increase the size of the squad and increase the quality of the squad. So if KDB stays, and we got Verts, chill, tick. If KDB goes and we get Baena and Verts, or Echeverri becomes a proper player and we get Verts, tick. Yeah, just increase the size of the squad because the squad ain't big enough, and increase the quality of the squad. That's my two metrics. At the end of the transfer window, September 1st, that's what I'm judging it on. Failure or not failure, innit?
Yeah.
No, I want. If there's 2 injuries in one position, I don't want to have to panic. If we lose 2 midfielders, I want to be like, okay, fine. We still have this guy who can play. If we lose 2 wingers, we have this guy who can play. If we lose 2 guys and we're panic stations like we have been this season, then
Yeah, especially at centre back. Yeah.
Honestly, man, if it was me, I'd go sign Verts and Baena me. Get them both.
Both of them.
Let KDB go.
But then you put it's how many you can get for there's other positions like we're still playing every week with Nunes or Rico Lewis at right back. Like there's
So I go and
there's so many
That will
gaps
get
we've
sorted,
got to
bro.
fill.
100%.
There's so many gaps that we've got to fill. That
Go and get Cambiasso and Hyena, man.
I've got every faith, Jacob, that
going
them
on
gaps are
with
going to get
Cambiasso?
filled, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
So, man. I hope so.
I know so, mate. Look at January. We're on smoke, bro. At these times, we ain't gonna put ourselves in a position where we're shoehorning plays in the wrong
Even
positions. I
January it
believe.
was a bit edgy for a few weeks, wasn't it? It didn't look like we was fucking getting anyone.
Yeah.
It kept us on the edge of our seats, didn't they? So
As far as the old famous debate goes, or Pulpy mentioned it at the start of this segment here. He said about potentially the best player in the club's history. I think that solidified me. And I also seen someone say in the chat that basically let him go now because he is the best player or whatever. I think no matter how he plays next season, he's still going to be the best player in the club's history. For me,
Yeah, even if he only made 3 substitute appearances next season and that was it, and all he did is still going down as the greatest player I've ever had.
he's
So.
got to get his statue outside there next to the other big boys.
He just is like as good as David Silva was, Yaya Toure, Vincent Kompany, these were. This guy's at levels, the level. Like Jacob said, we're talking best midfielder in Premier League history for me.
I agree.
Pete KDB, that's it.
Top 3 player in Premier League history. End up.
I think he's actually disrespected. You know, some of these fucking podcasts I see, man.
It's the Red Cartel, Jacob. Red Cartel.
McCullough and that little Rory guy who like he was ranking like Fabregas higher than fucking KDB.
Yeah, that's because they just can't give credit where it's due. You can't give credit where it's due.
Insane, bro.
Crazy. Fabregas was a great player, can I just say? He was a
He's
player,
in the conversation though with KDB.
I used to love watching him play. You know, big up Fabregas.
Gerrard Scholes debate, and how was fucking Fabregas suddenly wormed his way into anything close to this? Do you know what I mean? Get out of my fucking face.
You know what? I've not seen it. I've seen people absolutely glazing Mesut Ozil in this last couple of days. Like he's the greatest ever winger. That's
you can't be glazing Mesut Ozil, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's been putting like. He was putting a thing like comparing his players, and one of them was like Ozil and a City player. What the fuck are you doing?
He didn't play good against big teams, did he? Like that was a regular thing for him.
Yeah.
He never turned up in big games.
He was just too lackadaisical, wasn't he? His little bug eyes, man. Shit.
The thing is,
He used to really bully small teams, though. You know, he did used to bully certain man.
the thing is, he was really, really good in the season Leicester won the league, but Leicester won the league, so no one actually cared that Ozil did well. They were like, oh,
Yeah. I remember.
But you can't say Ozil without saying prime Ozil. You know, he's not a longevity kind of guy. You know, he was basically
exactly. It's one season in it.
He had 3 good seasons.
Yeah.
Di Maria was fucking clear of Ozil anyway. I know there's slightly different players.
3 good seasons, and one of them was at Real Madrid. The 2
Big up Di Maria, man.
Di Maria was like, I think Di Maria is honestly one of the most underrated footballers of all time.
He's United scum, man.
He ruined his career by going out.
He was only there for a year. Nah, I don't think he was a baller, mate.
I mean, he was awesome at Madrid, and then he was pretty good at PSG, and then he won the World Cup when he was at Juve. I mean,
it was class, man.
Player, yeah.
He was class. He
just never have gone United like everyone else. You know what I mean?
They just offer too much money, so you can't turn them down. That's what it is.
Yeah.
People don't go in there for the project. They go there because they get ridiculously overpaid. Look at Casemiro, for example. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
do you think he really give a fuck about going to United?
He knew the thing is, but he just realised that he's getting paid £100 million and I'm
that's ridiculous. The contract.
Man United's equivalent to Saudi Arabia, mate. You go there for retirement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's simple.
It's the same thing they say about
Rashford
MLS
cups
here in the
again today, didn't he?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I think it was Joe actually put a message in the chat. Maybe Tarek, maybe Danny, one of you can answer. What's the crack with like the wages in MLS? Can if KDB did go to like San Diego, that's where he's been. Could he get big cash or
he could?
Okay, go on.
Go ahead, Danny.
Okay, so what they do in MLS is each team gets 3 DPs, designated players, where you can like pay them like 1 billion times more than everyone else. So I think San Diego have one of them filled. I watched them last night. They have Irving Lozano, who they signed from Napoli or PSV. I was from
Oh,
PSV.
Lozano. Yeah.
They have
Yeah,
Lozano.
Shaki.
And I
A
think
Mexican
they,
guy.
I think they've intentionally left one or two spots open. And I think it's because
I remember hearing this because wasn't Ashley Cole on like $3,000 when he was in the MLS because he won
when he was at LA Galaxy,
because he was one of like the lower players. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
there's a wage limit for the three that aren't designated.
Is there a
players.
salary cap like in
Only
basketball?
on the other players.
For
And the
those,
players, right?
everybody
Baseball,
but your
huh?
top three, your three designated players, you can pay whatever you want. Their
messed up,
salaries
you know.
unless you're Inter
don't-
Miami, then you can sign anyone you want.
If you're Inter Miami, they will move heaven and earth to make sure that Messi's got a good team. So they're not going to have him come over here and be on a crap team.
Can you imagine being Ashley Cole though, winning the Champions League with Chelsea? Then you get to spend the end of your career in the Rome and LA. Then you went to Derby County afterwards. That's
Yeah.
I had no idea that happened to Ashley Cole. You know,
He was
he
on
ended up
pennies, man. He was on pennies, yeah.
Yeah, he'd have had one of the Mancini contracts, though, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
The thing is that
Dunkin'
is
Donuts.
what-
Profit or something.
on envelopes. Yeah,
but that's the reality of playing football or soccer here in the States is that 90% of these players are making not 50 grand a week. They're making 50 grand, sometimes a year.
Yeah.
For most of these players, maybe they're making 100 grand a year. And then those top three people are making 10, 12, 15 million. It's like you're making more than the whole rest of the squad altogether. It's crazy.
That's fucked up, man. I can't lie.
I'm one of those
that's
people
fucked
that
up.
is waiting for MLS to kind of take off all of these. They've put a lot of constraints in place because they're afraid of the league folding, which has happened to all the leagues that have come prior to MLS here in the States. And so they put a bunch of constraints in place to try to keep the league afloat. I think it also hinders the league's ability to grow. And so the things like there's no relegation and promotion and all these kinds of things that they refuse to do up until recently, at least, because they're afraid that the league is too fragile. It'll fall apart.
Has that wage cap increased in the last few years? I remember reading about $3,000 about 4 or 5 years ago.
It does go up. It goes up regular. I mean, but again, it's still fractions of what they would make on the world stage.
What's the difference with the academies over there as well? I know, like, obviously the college culture is so huge over there, and that's where you're going to get the majority of your talent coming through.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't really necessarily get like academies where players are playing like under 16. So would it be a case of you like kind of scouting people fresh out of college?
So you do.
I had a load of mates go over there myself.
Yeah,
You know,
they do have academies that are attached to the individual MLS clubs, right? So you can play for New York City NYCFC's academy and make your way through their what we call the second division or MLS Next and all these different leagues that they're playing in, and then make your way to the first team, which is what the young man that we just signed, McFarland, I think his last name is.
Yeah.
He's kind of played his way. Now, what you'll also find is that at the younger ages, like if you go to City, you could be in the City Academy at age 8, age 9, age 10. At those younger ages, what typically happens is Kevin Sullivan is another one he's playing for Philadelphia at the moment.
He's been awesome this season.
Yeah, he's playing for Philadelphia Union, but already knows we're going to sign him when he hits 18. But like most of the clubs here at the very younger ages are more community based or local ages. And then when you're playing at those highest levels for your local club, then you get kind of snatched up by one of these academies, the MLS linked academies. Right. So I live in Indiana. There's no professional team in Indiana, right? So a lot of the players that are really at the top level, they're playing. They play and then they get on a MLS academy in Ohio or in Chicago Fire in Illinois or whatever, right? So they're 2 hours away and then they're driving or whatever, but it is possible. But to your point, most players aren't going from youth academy right into even the second team or the first team. They're taking that pit stop into college. Now that's been how it's been to this point. It is changing. And more players are starting to go directly, go become professionals playing on the second or first team, or even looking to go overseas if they have those passports available.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. How different it is. Crazy.
Who's that one kid, guys? Is he like 15 or something? I've seen it.
That's Kevin Sullivan.
Is that kid? Yeah. I've seen some clips on him,
He's
yeah,
awesome.
and I've heard what people are saying about him, and this guy's going to be like the best thing since like around that age group. Is that right? Yeah,
What do you do?
Yeah, he's been great.
What do you do?
Where do you do? Yeah, remember him.
No.
Is it legit?
For the two people here who follow my Instagram, the game I went to in midweek was one of them Academy League things. It was MLS Next, which is like the
was it? Right.
yeah. And I'm about to dox myself here, but like LA Galaxy's second team plays their home games at my university, so I just like go there. Well, I'm gonna start to go there every couple of weeks, just watching games.
What? So this kid was there? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no, it's a different team because
Right.
Calvin Sullivan's in Philadelphia. I just watched the game because the team they were playing, they had one of the guys who was playing the U20.
I mean, you are a proper academy fiend, aren't you?
Exactly.
I am, yeah.
He is a proper deviant.
But no, because like the team they were
In a good
playing
way.
had a player from Columbia's U20s who I watched in the thing a couple months ago. I'm like, whoa, this guy's playing at my university. That is like a full circle moment. So I'm going to go over and watch it.
That's sick.
It's cool, yeah. I am in LA, yeah.
Yeah. In the chat, they've been talking about USL. So our top division league has always been MLS, Major League Soccer. And then there was
11 in Indiana.
So 11 is a part of USL, right? And so they were considered like you could consider them a second division league, but there was no promotion and relegation between the two, so they were capped at that second level. So USL had USL Championship, which was their highest level, which would be like a League Two. They had USL League One and USL League Two. Now they are starting a USL, if you want to call it Premier or whatever. They're going to start a top division USL league. So USL will have its own full pyramid: Division Two, Division One, Championship, League One, or Premier League, or whatever you want to call it, right? So that's coming, and they're saying they're gonna institute promotion and relegation between that. But again, that's completely, totally separate from MLS.
Right.
So
Exactly.
MLS has always been the main primary premier league in the States, and it has all the money, it has all the funding, it has all the sponsorships, all of that stuff. So what USL is trying to do is great, because I want to see promotion and relegation. I want to see some of these shackles taken off. The reality is it's kind of like they're being set up to fail to a certain extent, because they don't have the backing right now. But in Fort Wayne, where I live, maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud, but DeMarcus Beasley is a part owner of the local.
What a legend, man.
Yeah, legend.
Yeah,
former city player, right? Yeah. So, but his team is USL League Two. They're going into USL League One after the end of this season coming up. So they'll be professional, and they'll have the ability to go up and down the USL pyramid, at least in the next coming years. But until they have a unified pyramid that combines MLS, USL, all of that, it's still, I don't want to say pointless. It's a step in the right direction, but it's a step that is probably set up to fail.
Is there any? So, just a general question: Is there any sports in America that have relegation and promotion, or is it just all closed shop for everything?
Everything, and that's what MLS came in. They came in and they replicated what all of the other sports here in the States are doing, as opposed to replicating what is football across the world.
How do you think you're going to react to having that then over there and relegation promotion? Do you think the natives are going to love that? Because from everything I've seen, they don't understand it, really.
There's been a load of heat at the moment as well, haven't they? Like, I've seen a load of the NBA fans talking about how like teams are tanking on purpose in the NBA and stuff.
It happens in every sport.
College culture.
Teams will purposely come bottom.
They do draft.
So they get the first draft pick.
Yep. Every single sport happens especially
crazy,
if
is that not
there's
fraud?
Innit?
But how do you prove it? How do you prove it?
Because how do you prove it? Because like for the NBA, let's say, right? They already have an issue where, like, we talk about Phil Foden being knackered. We talk about KDB and how they need a rest. They need a rest, right? But we keep playing every
2 nights, don't they?
But if you go to the NBA, they have what they call load management, where some of your stars just aren't playing. And you're like, well, why isn't Steph Curry, to name a player, no hate on him, but why is Steph Curry not playing? He's just taking a rest tonight.
But actually, they're just throwing the game.
Yeah, they throw.
In some cases, maybe. Yeah, especially if you're a team that isn't going to get in the playoffs. You're not going to win. There's no risk of being relegated. Losing, being the worst team and being the 5th worst team doesn't matter. But if you're the worst team, you get a better draft pick. Especially if you can already project who's coming, who's going to be available, because you know all the college players, you know
it's that
who's out there.
In it this year that everyone's tanking for, aren't they?
Exactly. Can I ask a question, because I don't really know anything about this, right? So if I'm like a college graduate, this is chat. This is going well off topic, right? But if I'm a college,
We got 3 more hours to go, LB. Don't worry, we got more to talk about.
Yeah.
If I'm a college graduate, and I'm like a draft player or whatever. What about if I don't want to go to that team?
Yeah, that's mad as well, because they've
got
mad.
So
in the league,
how does that work? What about if I don't want to go to?
You've not really got a choice.
I want to go to New York or something like that.
So technically, to Jacob's point, you really don't have a choice. Now, what happens is, some people will say, especially if, like, for instance, on the football side, the NFL side, I don't know if you all are familiar with Deion Sanders, former NFL great, played for the Cowboys, for the 49ers, best player at his position, NFL legend. Well, his son is coming out of the draft this year. His son doesn't need any money. And these kids have gotten to a place where they start to get money in college now, which they didn't used to.
Yeah.
So he probably made, let's just say he made $5 million last year as a college kid. He doesn't need to go to the NFL right now. So what you kind of threaten to a certain extent is, well, maybe I'll sit out a year. Maybe and so you kind of let it leak that I really don't want to go, or I really want to go here. I don't want to go to these other teams or whatever. And so these teams, they can choose to take you, and the risk that you just decide, you know what, I'm not going to play this year. I'm going to sit out. But yeah, somebody in Miami, Snoopy, talks about John Elway. He discouraged people from taking him. Eli Manning, yeah, exactly. We used to play for the Giants, but when he came out, him and Peyton Manning are brothers. His dad was a former NFL player. Great. So it's just like, we're not going to just anywhere. So if you pick me at your own risk. And so it kind of manipulates it some, but once you're picked, you're picked.
Sorry. What do you mean pick me at your own risk? What does that mean?
Because maybe I just decide, you know what? I've decided I'm not going to play this year. I'm going to sit out. So now you've wasted your number one pick.
And you just go, I'm not playing for you.
I'm just not going to, I can't play anywhere, right? Because if you pick me, you own my rights. I can't just go to some other team, but I can decide, you know what, I'm not going to play this year. I'm going to sit the whole year out. If I don't need the money.
Why would a player do that? Surely they'd want to play, no?
So
yeah, but if I don't need the money,
if
I don't need the money, I feel strongly about not being on this team, then that's my only recourse. Because if they pick me, I have no.
You get a 1-year contract, Tarek.
Well, I don't have to sign a contract. Once I sign my contract,
it's so confusing, man.
Yeah. So you can draft me, right? But you own my rights. But if I don't sign a contract, what do we have? You don't have anything.
How long do you own my rights for?
To be honest, I don't know exactly. I couldn't tell you an exact amount, but it may only be a year or two or whatever. I don't know the answer to that question.
I know what they do in baseball is they like draft someone, then they immediately extend their contract to like big bucks. But baseball's scary because you don't have any like choice over where you get traded. You could like play like shit, and they'll just trade you all the way across the country.
And that's all sports.
There's so many sports to play, isn't there?
Same thing in the NFL and the NBA. Like for in football, if these players, if we can't trade somebody, we can buy someone or we can sell someone. But even when that happens, they have to, if somebody said, "Well, we want to get rid of." For Jacob, we want to get rid of Grealish. Well, Grealish has to agree to go. He's got a contract, so he doesn't have to go anywhere. And then if he does go to, let's say he goes to Napoli, he's got to agree a new contract with Napoli. In the NFL, in the NBA, and I'm assuming Major League Baseball too, if I get traded, I'm still on my current contract. I'm still locked in for that same amount of time. I have no choice in.
Yeah, that's correct.
Now, some players will do is they will negotiate a quote unquote no trade clause into their contract. Yeah. So now you can't trade me unless I agree to it. But that's special and only certain players get it. Otherwise, I can send you wherever I want to.
Yeah, no, because I watched like a baseball podcast and they're like, okay, should we sign this player or not from this other team? And they say, well, he only has 1 year of control. So you take the contract from one team and you just continue it. Yep. You're paying it instead.
So
and then you
don't
try to
agree
extend
a
them.
new contract.
So-
So basically, in football, like you buy him out of the contract, you give him a new contract,
And then you
but
give him
NFL,
you give him your own
you
contract.
just
But in
take
this
over the
one-
contract.
Yep.
But so,
So
like-
if he's got a year left, he still has a year left with you, and then you have to extend them to keep him around beyond that.
These,
So-
these
okay,
guys
so,
do like trades between like 3 different teams at a time. LB
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
to free up like salary space and stuff like that for people coming through the door. So you can have like different trades where it's between like multiple different teams where all the pieces will be moved around just to get it to fit like in with their current structure.
So basically, yeah.
Purple is crazy in the chat.
Let's say we get pinged by 115, yeah. Newcastle, if Newcastle take Haaland off us, they have Haaland on a 10-year contract. That's how it works.
That's how it would work. Yeah,
Yeah. It's crazy.
that's fucking mad. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that, man. That's I learned something new there. You know.
I am just jealous though, man. These men have got so many big sports over there. Like,
Yeah, it's sick American sport.
I'd love to
You're
delve into.
jealous. Danny and I are jealous because you guys get to see
Man
this
City
every
and that,
week. Yeah.
But bro, man, like I wish I could delve into so many different sports. Me personally, you know what I mean? So many sports, man. I always wish I
NFL the
could.
one for me.
I always wish I could do that wrestling. You know them man that do wrestling over there in
Yeah,
school
did you
and
not
that.
see Gabe Stevenson get beat in the NCAA final the other week off that? What did you see it? He was like
Nah, I
the biggest
didn't.
favorite ever in
I've
a
not seen any of it, bro. I've not
wrestling
seen any of
tournament
wrestling.
final, and he got pinned, I think.
I'm just a fan of the idea of wrestling, man. I bet Pulpy would have been good at that as well. And you're a big lad, aren't you, Pulpy? He would have been a good wrestler. But yeah, man, they've got so many sports.
What's your
bro.
leotard, Steve? Is what it is.
Yo, you got me in it.
I got one. No. Give me a minute.
All right, let me do these chats before we wrap up, boys. Big up to Echo Falls. Says, I'm feeling the Grealish Ballon d'Or this season.
Oh, come off it.
0 out
You've
of
been
10
drinking
race
too
dates.
much Echo Falls, man, if you fucking think that.
Yeah, that's yeah. Even I can't defend
Man,
that.
man said you've been drinking too much Echo Falls. I forgot what that was.
By the way, that's like a cheap wine over here.
Yeah.
Guys, if you don't know.
Well, we were late to the stream today because Steve was talking about his phone on his Madry case. He's got.
Yo,
we heard the
you blaming it on me? Yo, what? I joined and all you man were ready to go, and you know what I mean. You could have started the stream before I even joined.
Big up to LB. It says, discuss how hench Steve's finger looks in that pic.
Yeah, that pick is
Yo.
wild, man.
There we go. Look at
Salad
that.
fingers.
Shovel hand, mate. Shovel hand.
Tommy Dick fingers.
Big up to Snoopy. Says, KDB cover burn. How many can stay or go?
I think
Get rid of all
you
three.
could get rid of all 3, really, if you really wanted to. But I'd say 2
Two
out of those
stay.
3. Yeah.
Tuesday, KDB and Bernardo.
Yo, Bernardo Silva, yeah, he tried his hardest today, didn't he? But man, it just still didn't work, did it?
You guys would keep Bernardo over
This is
Kova?
Blaze. Oh, he tried his hardest. No.
No, Danny, he was dead though, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Like the guy was getting
I thought he
bashed
put a
around.
good shift in defense.
No, he was good today. He was good today, but it's like I'm not.
But
I'm
he
not-
never has done anything going forward.
Not
Is that
Yeah,
Glaze I'm
yeah.
hearing? No, I'm not even just on about going forward. I mean, like, bro, like obviously, I know he was trying, innit? But bro, he still did nothing for me. I know he was trying for what weight he does have around, but he did nothing for me, man.
I'm moving on.
I think he
I
stays
would,
until he's 38. Pep's not. He's not letting him go. He's
So
had his-
weird.
he's had his
What do you mean?
huge tro-
What do you mean? What do you mean?
He's staying until he's 30. He's telling you he's alive, mate. He's beyond alive for.
It's so weird how he's
He'll
been
done 15 years.
He's been wanting to get out the door for like.
Yeah, he's not
5
allowed.
years,
Say that, yeah.
And now the first time where we don't want him, and there's no rumours whatsoever about Bernardo being
Yeah, he's
homesick
staying, mate.
anymore,
He's
man.
staying.
Do you know what I
He's
mean?
staying.
Yeah. Yeah, big up to you. Big up to Zaka, says Haaland's injured. Yeah, man, we spoke about it before. We probably keep him out of the Leicester game, see how bad it is. Hopefully he's back for the next weekend. Big up to Snoopy, says in leagues with salary caps, money has to match money coming.
That's
Money
right.
out has to match money coming
Yeah,
in.
that's
That sounds like PSR.
That sounds a bit like PSR, isn't it? Yeah. PSR drillers.
Well, no, but the thing is, I don't want to turn this all the way back to American sports. The Dodgers, they sign all these players to like these big 10-year contracts, and they defer all the money to 10 years in the future, so they don't have to pay it now.
Oh, really?
It's like PSR.
That sounds like City, that, innit?
But that's
What they do is-
that's the owner for Chelsea. What's
For
the,
Chelsea,
yeah.
yeah.
Of
Well,
course
yeah.
it is.
That's why they do that. That's
Oh
exactly why.
my god!
Cool.
He
Yeah,
brought
yeah,
that
yeah.
mentality over to Chelsea. That's who he's been. That's what he brought over, and I think he thinks it's going to work the same, and I don't think it will.
He's
That's
a dodgy
crazy, man.
geezer, him.
Yo, innit?
115 for the Dodgers, man, incoming.
They have a guy on like a 10-year. They have Shohei Ohtani on a 10-year contract. They're paying him like $2 million a year for the best player in baseball, and then the last 5 years of this contract, he's getting like $100 million a year because they've like pushed all the money back. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's mad. Big up to JTI as well, who done five bomb on a gifted. Big up, bro. Appreciate the 5 bomb. W's in the chat for JTI, man. Loving this American talk, innit? And Miami Snoopy having a super chat. Yeah, we'll wrap up with this question, right? Should Torre have a statue outside the Etihad? He says yes.
No.
Isn't he a Muslim though?
Oh yeah, he is. He's not allowed.
Why can you not be on statues?
I didn't think of
Nah,
that.
because I said last season Gundogan should have a statue because he's a treble captain, and I think that's mad. But then people were saying apparently it's not allowed, innit?
Why not? Why would that stop you from getting a statue?
You can't like idolize yourself like that, can you?
Oh,
Yeah,
you
something
can't
like
like
that,
be seen as
yeah.
like a fucking god.
That's a good point, actually. I didn't realise the story.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Aside,
mad,
though.
that,
All that stuff aside, no, I don't think he didn't.
I didn't
do
realise.
well.
I didn't realise that either until I shouted Gundogan for statuing and some. But I think it's a little bit like some people don't know, innit? Because I've seen some people say, "Nah, he is allowed." Like that's not really a rule, but
he is a Muslim though. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, he is.
But then again, he's not really a practicing one, is he? Because he was all in that soccer aid group chat trying to get all like brassies round to his house, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He got exposed.
I'm sure he
man.
would have
Joking.
getting one if he really wanted.
Nah, you not see it, bro. I had a guy loved the beer as well, man. So
Does
I don't
it?
know what-
Yeah, and
if
he's been done
he
for
was
drink
allowed,
driving and that, yeah.
yeah, he has. If he was allowed, don't know. I probably would
I'd
say no.
I'd say
I
no.
know.
Just, I
He's
don't
on
think
the
he's
same level. He's on the
as
same
the
level
bloke
of other
that,
players. There's other players that have just been as good as him and haven't got statues.
Yeah.
I
Still
agree.
thought Aguero and company are just that level above Yaya for me
Yeah.
because they did it for longer. Yaya's peak was unbelievable.
Was arguably better, but
Yeah,
for
it was
one or
arguably
two
better, but for him
seasons.
to do
Yeah.
it across
14-14,
the whole thing.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Would you give Fernandinho a statue?
No,
I think he's
Go on
like
then.
Yaya.
I would have him above. I would have what he's
Right.
done above.
The thing is as well, Pulpy, Tory's got like a pitch named after him. He's got like a mosaic as well, hasn't he? So at least he has something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Randomly,
Because
I was
special.
walking through Manchester yesterday, and I walked into Fernandinho.
No way. What, you
Did
just
you?
telling us now?
Well, that's
You just
awesome.
telling us
Yeah,
now, bro.
How come you're dropping this 1 hour 47 minutes
The
into the
fuck?
stream,
His
man?
name just come up. I was walking down Market Street, and I turned into going to the end, and he come bursting out into me. I went shit, and when somebody double take, you yeah.
Well,
I'm
a
not
man of your
gonna
size
drag him
can
on-
start
I'm
a
not gonna
little
drag
tiny
him on the
Fernandinho.
picture, but like he just literally banged like shoulder into shoulder.
Oh, mate, I'd have been all over the picture. If
Yeah,
I got
mate, you get a
I was
photo,
gonna
bro,
ask.
though.
So
Nah, mate,
in
I
that
was on a mission,
scenario,
man.
what is typical? Do you ask for a autograph? Do you ask for a pic?
If you're a
Picks,
melt,
man. Picks.
if you're a melt and he's a proper weirdo, you'll probably stop him in the street. But I'm just like, he's just a guy going.
Oh, mate, I met Laporte in Barca bar. Like,
Oh, no wonder
2
you
years ago.
blazed
Yeah, I mean, there's difference.
And
He
I
was
got photos of him.
he was
I got
walking
photos.
down Market Street, and I was going somewhere. I'm not going to say, "Yo, Ferner, yo, give us a picture, dickhead," and all
Yeah,
that. No,
true.
no chance, mate. He was off. I was
you-
off. Just
I'd have been on
Fuck
my
that,
knees.
Pulpy, bro. You
I'd
got
have
you
been
got
on
to
my
show him the
knees.
love.
So I'm just gonna just tell you, I would have asked for a pic at least,
Same.
something, because that would have been amazing.
Now, to be fair, mate, I was on a mission. I had to go and catch a tram, so I was like, no one getting in my way. I probably walked into him, to be fair. He was like, fucking hell, that's just watching to me, dickhead. But it was me, like, steaming. But, nah, I wouldn't have asked.
The City boys loved the Arndale, innit? Kieran here said he met Alano in the Arndale market.
Mancini as well, you know. I met Mancini twice in the Arndale. I got a picture of him both
That's
times
mad.
back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah, he was always in there. And Arndale's a shithole as well, you know. I don't know why these footballers are getting about the Arndale.
Yeah, what are they doing in the Arndale?
Yeah, it's
mate?
weird.
It's fucking dangerous as well.
Yeah, it is.
Probably
Well,
has
tell you
the
what-
food. I don't even know what this is, but it's probably where the best food is.
It's
like
just
a-
a shopping centre.
It's like a
right?
mall.
Shopping
Okay.
centre,
It's
innit?
not even a
Mall,
mall.
yeah.
It's like some dirty ass like market inside.
Yeah, it's not like it was. It
Smells like fish, man, and it's full of smackheads.
I tell you what I think is going to be funny though. Like I don't know why, yeah, but that Lilo has been getting bare hate in it, loads of hate.
Yeah, I
Well,
seen that. yeah.
he's coaching against Leicester, so
This is what I'm
Oh,
saying. He's
yeah.
going to get his chance against Leicester in it. If we go and smoke them 7-0, I'd like to see
Well,
people
well,
Is
get
this
back
that
into the
guy
box.
that got all the
That's
tickets?
brilliant,
Is
mate.
this that guy that was dishing out the tickets?
No,
No, I
that
don't
was
think that was
Vissen's.
Lilo, bro. That
That
wasn't
was
Lilo.
Vissen's. That was Vissen's. That.
No, it
People
was
were just
Lilo.
hating on him because
it was
he.
Lilo. It was.
Was it?
Or was it
Vissen's.
Lilo?
It was Lilo. Yeah.
No way, Danny.
Yeah, I
bro.
thought it was the Vissens dude.
No,
VIC.
this was last season. We had him for Sheffield United and Fulham.
Oh no, but the dude that gave away the
Oh,
the-
I was
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
the
Ipswich
tickets, the tickets.
Yeah,
Oh, the tickets. The tickets was
Yeah.
Vissens. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Fuck
Yeah.
this. Man.
We're going to see a bit of Lilo ball in it. So, you know, like, let's see, man. Let's see the haters hate.
win record. Arteta has 0% win record. So
That is true.
I know it's
Yeah,
bad.
final question, right, before we wrap up, and then we'll actually wrap up, yeah. Pierre in the chat says, ask the panel about Adam Wharton. Would you take him at City?
1,000,000%. Yeah.
Yes.
He was balling out yesterday. I think he will be probably the number one target when the window opens. I think we're going to be all over him when it happens. He's not my number one target, but I think he just suits the mold of being a City player so well. I think Pep will be all over him, man. Like he's Pep style all day.
Where does he play? 6, 8?
I think he'd be the 8. I think he'd be in that kind of role shared with like Nico, Rodri. Flip them around a few times, and then you can have your 10s, Foden, Verts.
I think he'd be the 6. He'd push Nico or
I don't think this guy can play it. You know, I think he's
That's my thing, bro. Can he
What
play 8?
Wharton in the 8? Have you seen him, man? He's
I
a
don't think I
fucking
can
baller. He dribbles past people and plays forward passes and everything. I think he'd be a mint 8.
Hey, if we're going for an 8, I'd much rather bring in Hugo Larsson.
But he's one of those that can do both, though, innit? Like Nico could do both. Rodri can do both. You've got 3 guys there who can rotate either being the 6 or the 8 to move around, who are pretty versatile. So I think that's one of the reasons why
Is he fast on that?
I mean, compared to our midfielders now, yeah, he's probably Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt, yeah.
Sometimes it looks like he's running in treacle to me. He's slow, stiff. He's
You don't
stiff.
like him, Culpin, huh?
I don't think he's proven enough to be talked about as going straight into our team.
If he wasn't English, would we buy him? I know we might have a we need homegrown players next year, right? If we depending on how many people we get rid of, so we might need him, and maybe it makes sense to bring him in from that perspective. But if he wasn't English, if he wasn't homegrown,
we're going to be what we're talking about. What do you reckon we'll go for 80 million? Do you reckon just because it's English tax as well?
Yeah,
I think
you need more than that.
It's a lot for somebody that isn't going to. It's a lot for someone that's not going to start. He is stiff, and I seen that like pivot he did on the ball, that 360 spin thing, and everyone was like proper deep throating him over that on social media because he did that in midfield. I'm like, come on, mate.
He's changed Palace's game since he's come back from injury. I
think Jacob's doing a bit of deep throating now as well.
I really like him. I think he's meant.
Oh, don't get me wrong, he's a good player. I just don't know if right now. What he's done, is he that good?
Well, people call me a moaner, man, so I've got to glaze about someone, and I think for City fans to sit there in the chat and call other midfielders slow.
No, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at.
Yeah. You guys, man, have you seen our midfielders? And you can sit there behind your computer and call someone else slow.
Bro, I went in LB's watch along. I seen people saying, "Who's Hugo Larsson? He's shit. We need big net." Bro, have you seen our midfield?
Yeah, exactly. Like they're so fucking slow. This guy will look rapid in our
and he's very good for what it's worth. I'd take him in an instant.
I don't know about Wharton personally. I'd like to see a bit more, but that's my own fault though, because I've actually just not seen him that much, like with my own eyes in it. So, the times that I have seen him, I've not really been that impressed, really.
You probably watched him, Steve, at the same times as me before he got this injury recovery when he was shit at his first start of the season.
Yeah.
So we'll just end with that saying, like, so we've spent the first 40 minutes talking about Nico O'Reilly as somebody we're looking at the future. You sign Wharton, then that's basically putting a nail in his coffin. You ain't getting in the first team again.
That's a good point.
I don't believe in that too much, because if I still think if you're still good enough, you will rise to the top essentially some way or another,
If you're looking at it objectively, if he's probably not good enough to get into our starting 11, and then you're looking at who he will be up against. If you're going to have Rodri, you're going to have Nico, you're going to have a number 10 coming in the midfield. You've got Foden, that's 5 already. You've got Nico O'Reilly, you want in and around there.
Yeah, well, if I was him,
probably still one of the older boys is still going to be hanging around. I just don't see how he gets anywhere.
I think Nico probably still has a chance though. Like we're expecting Bernardo to go in event, like whether it's this summer or next. Kovacic will be going. Gundogan going to be going. KDB will be going. This is going to leave plenty of spaces up for grabs, I think, for Nico.
I don't think he comes this year because he's just not good enough right now. If he's still available in 2000, what we're on 25 now, in 2000 summer 26. Then maybe I would suggest another years of football, but
I don't mind.
He's still going to be on the market by then. I don't think he will.
And don't get me wrong, Camavinga and Bruno G would still be my fucking number one top options, man. But I'm just thinking, realistically, it just seems like an attainable signing. Do you know what I mean? It seems like a more realistic guy to go for. Like, I can't see us getting a Bruno G. I can't see us getting Camavinga, really.
The thing is, Jay, you just never know what's going on in Camavinga's head. Like, he might even force a move. At this rate, like I'm hearing that he's not getting as much minutes as he'd like. He might even look for a move because he'll know in his head he can go to anyone he wants to. So
yeah, no, I can't rule out any transfer because I was on one of Martin's spaces in September, literally September. Someone was saying we should sign Marmoush. I told him that's never going to happen. We don't sign players like that. And here we are.
What do you mean we don't sign players like Marmoush though?
I was like, mate, it's like the easiest option. We never signed the obvious player, and then we actually signed him.
Do you think it was obvious though, Marmoush?
No, but like people in LB's chat used to be like praising him, saying his GA numbers are insane.
Right.
Yeah. Didn't really fit the profile that he at the time, and then obviously out of nowhere he came and just had him, nicked him.
All right, then, boys. Well,
I've got a yes or no question for you for everyone before we go. Right.
All right.
Let's
Just
go.
simple yes or no.
I'll go all night. I'm just thinking of you guys.
No. I've got a yes or no for you. Right. I've seen about 4 different people post this in the last day. Kobe Mainu, if he was available.
No.
Go around the panel in here. Go around the panel.
Yeah, Danny, we'll start with Danny, you go then.
No.
Yes or no?
Lost 3-0 for under 18s in 21-22. Next.
I'm saying no. I think he's overrated.
Game, by the way.
I think he's overrated, Mainu, and I have a massive hate for I don't want any ex-United players, man. Fuck them.
Yeah, no.
Steve?
No.
If it's yes or no, yes.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's better than Wharton, mate.
Wait, is this a MasterChef audition where they give the dish to the judges and you have to have 2 yeses?
You never know what you're listening for, mate. You never know who's watching.
I am saying no, because I don't know that he's any better than the players from our academy that aren't getting a chance right now. He just happened to be playing. So no.
I think he's an all right looking fish in a very shit pond over there. So, do you know what I mean?
He's got a game at United because they were desperate. I mean, they were desperate.
Exactly.
And he's played a few games, and he seems to think that because he's a Man United youth academy, that they're the best academy in the world, and he's absolutely bang average.
I agree.
But he's parlay that into a
English
England cap. He got an England cap, didn't he?
He's stolen England cap.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He was able to parlay just being in the right place on a crap team into a place on the US and English.
All right, Ricky Lambert got England caps.
That's true. I remember watching him.
LB, what you saying? I've been building myself up for this because I feel I know what you're gonna say.
Don't do it.
I would be open to the idea of it.
No,
Disgracia.
Bozo.
Oh my God! I've wasted 2 hours of my life to come up with that at the end.
I would like. Well,
That's
here's the thing.
LB.
No, you can't. No, don't dig any further, mate.
No. I need to expand on the question and the answer,
Go on.
Basically, I think we need to be getting. Yeah, I know, disgusting. I think. I want
to add something as well. You go first, bro.
Yeah, my thing to add here, is that this is basically the situation. I need this all-rounder midfielder to be a top don, yeah? So if you want to bring in Manu on top of that as an extra rotator, build that squad up, which I was talking about for cool. But the number one target that we get this summer has to be a world-class midfielder. And he ain't that. So I won't be bringing him as that guy, but I bring him in as like a Kovacic replacement.
Yeah. I was just going to say, LB, that I've seen this guy play. And when he was at England, in the games that he played, I thought he was the best player on the pitch.
Really? When?
For England, man.
When was this last tournament?
Yeah. When he played.
What have we been drinking? Is it stronger than Madrid?
Guy's had his first white monster in 9 months. He's off his tip.
He's bang average. He's bang average.
He's closed his curtains.
Bang average
hitting the monster up in his room, man, with the curtains closed.
I speak with chest. Don't I? So I'm all right with that.
Now this all rounder, they have to be like world class, man. We need a world class all rounder in it. We need a world class all rounder. Now who that is, I don't know. Danny, you seen much of this Hugo Larsson, Donny?
Oh, I have, yeah. He's an excellent.
Of course he has. What do you mean?
He's like a pure number 8. He doesn't win you a lot of duels, but he gets around. He's quick. He passes the ball 1-2 touch, which I love. That's my favorite.
Danny
thing
knows what colour his underpants are, mate, as well.
But no, I watched him yesterday, yeah, and they scored a goal because he crashed the box, hit the post. They scored the rebound. He's like the old Gundogan.
Ooh, I miss box crashes, man. There's no box crashes nowadays in modern day football. I feel like that's a lost art. You never see fucking midfielders crashing into the box.
Try and think about that, then. Can you try and think of one now, actually? Like, seriously, try and think of a.
I don't know if he still does it nowadays, yeah, but Perone did it when I used to watch him at.
Bro, I'm talking certified, bro.
I hate to say the only one that I can think of.
McTominay.
Make me sick
Jude
saying his
Bellingham.
name.
Yeah,
Bellingham.
that's one.
Jude Bellingham, yeah.
Makes me sick thinking of it, but he's.
I think McTominay does as well. I think that's his only one good quality.
That's a good one. That is a very good one.
But not in a good way. Like, I'm not saying he's a good player, but what his main quality is box crashing, and he gets on the end of crosses and shit.
He doesn't really box crash with any sort of skill. He just sort of ends up in the right place. He's just fucking that by accident.
I think you could say the same for Jude as well.
He's got the ability to make that late run into the box and like kind of get on the end of things. But he's I don't rate him as a footballer, but yeah, I'd probably say he's a box crasher.
LB says, Danny, tell these man about Finley Gorman.
You know, it's like watching Foden 10 years ago. I love the guy so much. He can shoot.
Is he that good? Is this the Danny we got from Leeds, bro?
This is the one we got from Leeds. And since 2025's begun, he's been on a fucking tear. You know, he went to England U17 this international break. 2 assists and 2 goals and an assist in the first 30 minutes. I mean, he's been on a tear. He's fairly 2-footed. He's got a great long shot on him. He's just a very technical player. And this is what I said I was talking about an hour ago. We only produce these left-footed technical players, and he's the next one off the chopping block. So I love him. You have him with Mikasa. It's like thunder and lightning. You got 2 different types of players. And 17 league wins in a row now after yesterday's win. So very proud of that team.
Shout out, guys, man.
Yeah.
You know, guys, a certain man in the chat is saying that Jude Bellingham's overhated. I don't think he's overhated, in my opinion, yeah. Do you not remember? Did you not watch him against a sort of prime Man City when he was not getting a touch in the game?
Mate, I don't think I've ever seen him have a good game, mate.
This guy was going missing against the certified ballers of our time. You know,
yeah.
He went missing on them pitches.
He'll get a tap in like the 90th minute, and everyone will be like, "Oh, Jude's on a fucking
but how valuable is that like he'll in a big moment he'll just
can get a goal."
Yeah,
but
I
fucking
PR merchant, mate.
I agree. I don't think he's like. I think Foden's a better footballer than Bellingham. Yeah, but obviously at the moment, Bellingham just gets these moments and get these goals, and it's like fucking.
That's the thing. On European nights, I don't care if you're good for 90 minutes. If you have that clutch in you, you are the most valuable player.
He does have a bit of a clutch gene, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what he's got. He's a clutch gene.
When you're playing in centre midfield, yeah, you need to run games.
Do you though?
Yeah.
I think he's really good at looking busy, and that will trick people's minds into thinking this guy's a good footballer. People are blinded by him looking busy.
The camera's always on him, isn't it?
The camera's always on him.
Yeah.
But in reality, it doesn't really even affect the game that much. He done my fucking heading in the Euros last year because Foden was sacrificed out to that left-hand side after the season he had. And Jude, I know everyone goes back to like his fucking last-minute equaliser and stuff like that, but on the whole, his performances were shit for England in that Euros.
I just think in that position, you need to, in my opinion, you need to run games. You know, you need to dictate the play.
Yeah.
You need to do these things.
He holds onto the ball too long for me sometimes, if anything.
Yeah,
tries to do it all.
He's got those moments, and those moments just like are valuable. They are definitely valuable. 100%.
No, and that's why I like Larson. He gets the ball, gets rid of it.
Well, you know what's funny about his brother Tariq? Yeah, I remember about 4 years ago, people were saying that Job was doing better in the academy than Jude was at the same point, but then he sort of like that dipped a bit, and now I don't know what he's saying.
I love Job. He was great on.
People need to keep an eye on that Job.
I saw something about him being looked at. I forget what club it was, but
United,
effectively ready to make that next jump. It may have been United actually. I don't know. So it just made me question. Well, if he's good and if he projects like his brother, do you go in and get him early, hoping that he becomes what you think he's going to become?
He needs the minutes though, innit, Turek?
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to
When-
bank on someone just because of the pedigree, like buying a racehorse just because of like which racehorse's bollocks they come out of. Do you know what I mean? It's a big risk.
Well, I think
don't
about the
really
Hazard
trust it.
brothers.
The what,
Oh yeah,
brothers?
talking.
The Hazard
Hazard,
brothers.
True, yeah.
Mm.
Look at Bronny James, man.
Don't
LeBron's
get me
son.
started. Talking about
he's
USA sports, we'll go there
Yeah.
all night.
My high school used to play against Bronny James's high school in basketball.
Really?
Yep.
And he's
I've got
in
a dip, boys. But before I go, there's one thing I wanted to mention, which was on the European nights things. Some of the best news I've read on social media this year. Rio Ferdinand's leaving fucking TNT.
Get in there.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
That's
I've
a
got to
fucking.
go. I've got to go. I'll catch you all there. You know,
No,
That's
Yeah,
an
Later,
There's been a
Bobby.
good bombshell there, brother. Good bombshell.
Yeah, that's a good way to end, man. Let me do these chats and then we'll wrap up, man. Big up to Zaka, who says, "Do you know Larsen's bedtime story?"
I think.
Yeah, you know, it's been like 12 years since that Ibra bicycle kick against England. That's probably a bedtime story at this point. You know, they tell their grandkids about that, but I don't know. I do not know his bedtime story.
I have no idea what he's going on about.
I think,
No,
I
you
think
know
he's
that-
jumping on the Danny
England
joke about him knowing everything about everyone.
Sweden England game 4-2
Oh,
12 years back. That's probably a bedtime story now. It's been so long ago.
all right, okay.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I don't think he does. Big up to Professional Idiot says we have to sack Pep.
Well,
Hilarious.
another 2-hour debate there.
This guy's funny, man. He was with
Professional
us. for the
Idiot's
4
a
hour-
goat, man.
He
This
was
guy's a
with us for
goat.
the 4-hour stream the other night, wasn't he?
Yeah, this guy
Yeah,
is
yeah,
funny
yeah.
guy. You're mad as well because I don't actually know who the guy is, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just some random guy with a random name, but you don't know who he is. But he always puts the funniest super chats in. He says we can't keep starting all of our unks over our youngsters. This love triangle between Pep, Gundo, and Bernardo cannot continue.
Love triangle. Like it's fucking the Coronation Street or something.
Yeah, that's a goated. He's a
Yeah, he's a funny
goated
guy,
chat
man.
member.
He's a funny guy. You need to reveal yourself. One day we need to reveal yourself on stream, man.
Yeah, man. You have to get him on, bro.
You gotta get him on, man. You gotta reveal himself.
Bro, he's how many
Do
years?
you
has he
have
been
like
there,
in
though?
your head, like the people that are in the chat, like every single week, every single stream that you do you have like in your head an idea of what you think this person looks like? And then you do the reveal and he's like completely different.
No, the issue is, well, there's people who have like footballers as their profile. Like I always think they look like that footballer, even though it's not the case.
Yo, I do that with Jeremy Doku Go.
I was going to say Jeremy.
There you go.
Doku. I was going to say
I
Jeremy.
just imagine,
Doku.
I just imagine Doku sat there typing away, man.
No, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I get surprised. So, like for example, Herbal. Yeah, I thought Herbal was just like a 16-year-old, 17-year-old guy. You know what I mean? And then he was like, "Yeah, my wife was chatting to me the other day in the chat, and I was like, you got a wife, bro? I thought he was like 17."
That's
And
how
I'm
I was with. That's how I was with Mojis. Like Mojis came in and said I was having a kid. I'm like, what?
Yeah. What does a Lou back look like? So I reckon Lou is
27.
White. I reckon he's a white guy. Yeah. No, I reckon he's about 32.
I'm saying
He works
27.
I reckon he's an IT technician. 32, white guy. That's why I think that's what I was saying. It.
Lou back.
Hey, sign silver. I reckon you're Brazilian, mate.
What are you saying, Lou? Have I got it right there? Or
Ryan
not?
Silva is from Indonesia.
I like his
Okay.
second name, Lou
Oh,
back.
no, well, it's a guess. It's my wild.
I say
Okay,
Lou
okay,
Back
okay,
said
okay,
earlier
okay.
that he was from Indiana originally. So
No, Lou
I-
Back's from California. That's where he lives now, I think.
he lives in California now, but he said he was, I think, born maybe.
Yeah,
in
yeah. He said he
Indiana.
was born in.
Yeah, but is
where
he
you're from.
32 white guy who works in IT?
He said you got the
technology?
white guy right.
Mid
I got the white
40s,
guy,
mid
right.
40s, yeah, mid 40s. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Mid 40s on a fucking LB stream for 2 hours. That's a bit sad.
Yo,
Hey,
chill.
hold this. Wait a minute. I take offense to that.
Yo, Tariq's like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, okay, so he doesn't work in IT tech, innit? All right, cool.
Don't Lou back in anger.
Jacob, let me tell you something about Steve Black. Yeah, he's one of the funniest people in the chat, bro.
This
I swear
guy, yeah.
down. This
Steve,
guy.
I always see him all the chats as well. Steve's always
This guy
active in the
cracks.
streams.
bare joke, man. I swear, dog. Maybe I should stop the glaze in it, boy. He's a joker.
Yeah, get off the Grealish glaze, man. Steve Black.
Steve Black knows. I think he's a joker, man.
Over under 27 times he said glaze this stream.
Over.
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
Lou, you got to put your age in the chat. How old are you?
Bro, I was right.
What?
That guy signed Silva is Brazilian and Dutch.
Is it?
I said he was Brazilian.
Brazilian and Dutch. That's a mad combo.
It's like
I knew it, mate.
It's like Gustavo Hammer, who used to play for Sheffield United.
It's like an Edgar Davids Ronaldinho combination, bro. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's mad. All right, right. Finish off with this one, and then we'll wrap it up. Big up to Ben Les. Says, why does
let's go?
Oh, is he cooking?
Yeah.
Why does Jacob constantly lie, saying Foden was sacrificed for Jude? Look at the heat map. Jude is on the left. Foden is on the midfield a lot of the time. Like we didn't see Foden stink it out.
Do you think I'm out here just making up lies to protect Foden, and coming up with these crazy narratives? We all watched the Euros, man. We all seen how it played out. And
just thank him for the super chat and bouncing it.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks for the super chat. 32 years old, balding.
Yeah, let me guess what you are. You're a basement dwelling Ben lesbian. Nah. Sorry.
I can't say anything, innit? Ben Les.
We love you, Ben Les. Shout out, man.
DM him on Instagram or Twitter, bro. I'm sure he'll reply to you.
Hit my DMs. I love a good fucking argument on DMs.
He loves an argument. Seriously, he replies to everyone. You go reply to him. Send him a DM, Ben Les, on Twitter, yeah. Jacob Barlow on it. What's your thing?
Barlow Jacob.
Yeah, message him on Twitter, bro. And have a beef. You're
getting a follow. Oh wait. Oh, your Twitter. Never mind.
Yeah, beef him out, man. Beef him out.
Yeah, come on. I'm up for a straightener, man. Over the keyboard.
Barlow, you got that right.
Hold that. I have a healthy head of hair, and you do not.
At least Ben Les could have a bit of banter though, innit? Big up.
Yeah, shout out, big up, man. Yeah,
shout out, Ben.
Good guy, innit? All right, boys, we need to go, innit? You know what I mean? Because Danny Tarek still got some of the day left that we took a lot of it. So
no, I got time, bro.
What time is it over there for you guys now?
3:30 in the afternoon.
Oh,
I say for me it's 6:23, but yeah.
What a dream!
That's a big difference, you know.
How can you be in the same country and 3 hours apart?
Yeah, because he's on the West Coast and I'm like I'm the closest like East Coast time or Eastern time.
I still find that mad, you know.
I find it mad as well.
Our daylight savings was like 2 weeks before yours were.
Yeah.
So we had a 9-hour difference instead of an 8-hour difference for like.
Ours was last night.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was out on a night out, and then next minute it was like 3 a.m. Man, I couldn't. I'd start running home.
Oh, professional idiot, hit me up, yeah. We'll do a meet and greet, you know.
Yo, Danny's gonna go meet professional idiot.
We need an XLB link up in America next year, man, for the World Cup. Everyone
make it happen.
Oh my god, yeah.
Lou said he's 45.
I said
with the head of beautiful hair.
Didn't think he was 45. He's still not said what job he is, man. So he's not. I got a lot of it wrong, innit? I got a lot of it wrong. Big up Lou, man. Big up Sporting, bro. All right, man. Let's wrap it up here. Big up Danny. Big up Jay. Big up Steve. And big up Tarek. Tarek, I know you got your podcast that you do, man. I'm actually coming on it, innit? This Wednesday, is it?
Oh shit.
So Thursday. It'll be late for you because it doesn't start for me until 8 in the evening. But Thursday is our live stream. We call it our lit stream. So any topic, it's almost like a late night, at least here in the US, like a late night television show where you have the host and you bring on a bunch of different guests. So we typically bring in about 3 guests each Thursday night.
I've tuned into that show before. So
yeah. So LB will be one of the guests this coming Thursday, the 3rd, I think it is. So yeah, it's Shades of Blue. We are the self-proclaimed USA's most comprehensive Man City podcast. We cover the men, we cover the women, we cover all of it. Anything Man City, we want to talk about it. So if you are up late like you are tonight and you got 2 more hours in you, join in with us on Thursday night.
Yeah.
We will be there.
We'll post it on YouTube. We'll post it on
This is it, chat.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'll be on so at Shades of Blue NW. It's the same thing for
you can see the LB's tuned in there as well.
Yeah, it's the
I-
same thing
Yeah, bro, I
for
was watching,
I'm
man.
best
Twitter as well.
300
So
Yeah.
Twitter, Blue Sky, all of it is at Shades of Blue NW. Yeah, you can see there we had 3 different guests each night. We do a bunch of other stuff, not just on our Thursday night, the live streams, but we do a bunch of other stuff too. There's we started out with just Shades of Blue, which was all about Man City. And so it kind of became this network, if you will, where we've got somebody talked about wrestling. We got a wrestling podcast. We got a Arsenal podcast. We got a WSL podcast that covers all the women's league in England. So there's a lot of things that are on that quote unquote network, if you will. But Shades of Blue, the city focus is the OG. So yeah, glad to be a part of it.
Right, yeah.
Nah, big up, man. Big up.
We're trying to get to 500 YouTube subscribers. So there's probably 500 of
chat,
y'all in the
come on,
chat
man.
right now.
Oh, guys.
All we need is like 15 or maybe like 30, 32 people, I think, to get to 500. Come on, help us out.
Hey,
Yeah,
Subscribe.
guys.
Get on it
Yeah.
now. Everyone
Come on,
go
man.
there.
Come on, chat. There's 650 people still here, yeah, and Tarek needs 30 subscribers, man. Come on,
Appreciate
guys.
you. Appreciate
Make sure you guys are subbing in it. Support the guys in it. 25 away now. 25 away. Yo, you know what's mad as well? Lou says in politics, bro. Is it Donald Trump?
Oh,
man?
sweet.
Donald Trump. I have the president watching the fucking stream, bro, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? How mad would that be? We've got the president watching the fucking. Oh, is he from America or is he from Canada?
No, he's from.
Yeah, he lives in California.
Oh, nah, that's crazy, bro.
Big ups to all the people
That's
saying
Trump's
he
burner
just subbed
account,
as
man.
well, man.
Yeah,
Big
he
up
said
all
it's
them,
Trump's burner. That's funny.
Blue definitely has a beachside house in Malibu. Strikes me. as
Yeah.
That's
is
where
mad.
the meetup's gonna be next year. We're gonna crash that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm down.
Yeah, big up to Lou, man. By the way, the channel's now 12 subs away from 500, guys. Come on, man. 12 people.
Much love. I appreciate that.
Tarek's
Thank
channel
you.
to 500, innit? Shout out to Professional Idiot for dropping a 10 bomb as well. I've only just seen this come through, innit? Yeah, sent it a couple of minutes ago. Shout out Professional Idiot dropping a 10 bomb. W's in the chat on that one. Big up to you, bro. One day we'll do a Professional Idiot reveal. Yeah. And we'll see exactly what you look like, and you can tell us what you do and shit. You know what I mean? Because people want to know. Also, just before we wrap it up, shout out Martin. I did see you chatting it. Martin's got a big show tomorrow. I actually was going to redirect to you, but you've ended your show before me, innit? So I think it'll still redirect, even though you've ended. Martin's doing a show tomorrow, chat.
He's doing a space tonight, guys. Go to the space.
Of course,
Is
he's
he
doing a
space tonight?
I think
Of
so.
course
Yeah.
We will be there. Yeah, he's doing a show tomorrow. Important show on a ticketing situation. He's going to be on the show at 8 p.m. on his own channel. 1894 rep's going to be there. City Matters rep's going to be there. Big Steve's going to be there. So it's going to be an interesting one. It should be a tasty stream. So you guys want to check that out. 8 p.m. Mancunian way. I think I might be going live at 7, hopefully. So if I'm live at 7, I'll redirect over to it, innit? But yeah, make sure you guys are checking that out. You know what I mean? To hear all the latest on the developments. Because did you go, Jay, today? Oh no, it was fucking away, innit?
Nah, it's in
I was
Bournemouth, mate.
forgetting it. I thought it was Leicester, because obviously Leicester, is there going to be a potential like delay protest thing? You know what I'm saying? So it's be interesting to see what the lads are saying on that show tomorrow at 8 p.m. man. So make sure you check
I
it
hope
out.
it happens, man.
That's going to be an interesting show, though, man, to watch.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shout out Gav as well in the chat, who runs the City Academy page on Twitter. Sick account for all your academy news. Make sure you go follow him. Yeah, MCFC Academy on Twitter. He's just got back from the game. Great to see you guys are still on. I've been waffling. It's been a great show, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Cracking show, yeah.
These shows are better when we don't speak about City. I've noticed that. You know that. It's like that show that we did the other day, Steve and Jay, when we were chatting nothing about City. Anyway, let's wrap it up, man. Thomas says Haaland versus Moonbeam before GTA 6 is crazy, by the way. Yeah, did you guys
That is
see
wild. That's a wild story.
That's so funny, man.
What happened there?
Haaland
Get
hit
sued.
Moonbeam with a ball like before a game, and
You
she
hit him
started
with a
trying
ball?
yeah, off a shot. Obviously Haaland can't hit the back of the net, can he? So
I knew that was coming.
it hit Moonbeam's head, and she's pretty much trying to like sue the club and shit like that because she got hit.
Concussion.
Aren't the mascot heads like super?
This
packed?
is what I mean. Yeah, I bet she wishes she had like a giant, like almost helmet-sized like thing on top of her head, which she did. So it's crazy that she's tried to go down this route. So fuck Moonbeam, man. Get her out my club.
That's fucking ridiculous. Therefore, United fan.
First on my sell list this summer. Yeah, got to cut that
Yeah.
contract short.
That's crazy. He's just sent me an update on WhatsApp. Plan for Wednesday. Oh yeah, so there's potentially. Are you going, Jay, on Wednesday?
I'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe check that out tomorrow. Yeah. I'm sure Martin will go through it all tomorrow with you. It's probably best off him and the lads going through it, man. But yeah, it's obviously there's a lot of tension at the moment between the club and the fans on the ticket situation. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, we'll wrap it up. Big up to you guys. Tariq, you got the 500 subs as well. I just seen it, man.
Yes,
So,
let's
big up
go.
to Tariq, bro.
That's much love. I appreciate that. Thank you all so much.
Yeah, check in, man.
It's great. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll be on that show as well on Thursday at like 2 o'clock in the morning, innit? So I'm going to crack open the monsters before.
Big up LB, man. Oh, make sure
I said, take a nap. Everybody in the chat, take a nap so you can be ready to jump on with us.
Give me a little reminder, innit? Or I'll have to put my notifications on, innit? Because I'll have to catch up to that. Defo.
Yeah, no, defo. All right, and
Appreciate
boys.
that.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen to the stream because I put a redirect on for Martin's channel, but he's ended the stream, so I don't know if it's going to send you over there. Anyway, we'll see. I've never done it before, but yeah, big up to you guys. Smash a like. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. I've got Elbin's episode tomorrow, 11 a.m. Me and Nobbins are going to do a show tomorrow where we're actually talking about a pretty decent performance and a win, so it should be quite different for a change. So make sure you tune in for that 11 a.m. UK time, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out, people.
Big up, boys.